Good afternoon. This is NewHampshireTrackandField.com, powered by Runner's Alley, coming to you from the 2018 Division II State Champions. Today's Meet Hub is being brought to us by TB Taylor Remodeling and Building. And we're about to start with our first event on the track, the girls 4x800. Going to start a few minutes early today, which is probably good with the weather coming in this afternoon.
Yeah, so far we've been spared pretty good. I mean, it kind of cooled things off.
Yeah.
That was nice.
A little bit of rain, but wasn't bad.
So we get Souhegan as the top seed by quite a bit. But as you know, sometimes you don't always put your best runners here.
Correct. And anything can happen today because these seed times basically mean nothing.
Right. Saw that last night.
Yep. Souhegan's also the Division II record holder and defending champion from last year.
Yeah, the state record's 9:15.02. That is that's a stud time.
Yeah.
They come in with a 9:38.11, so that's not far off of what they did last year with a 9:34. So
nope. And then also we have Co-Brown, Oyster River, Milford, Conval, Hanover, St. Thomas, Sanborn, Wyndham, Kennett, Lebanon, and Portsmouth.
But I like getting off on a good start, especially if you're on a title quest.
Well, certainly Oyster River, Portsmouth, Sanborn, and Souhegan are all within those top teams.
It's pretty good that
definitely
Sanborn's in the
Milford also
this year.
Yeah, no, it's great to have them. A new face.
They're a powerhouse.
Because we see Souhegan, Portsmouth, and Milford kind of as the perennial teams. Oh, they're going to call that one back. Maybe some pushing and shoving around there on the turn.
Hopefully no jitters.
Yeah. It's not a false start. They would have called that right away, so looks like maybe one of the officials saw something they didn't like. And try that again. So I noticed we're still showing time of day, so maybe it was the gun not registering that start. So those top teams, Sanborn, Milford, Portsmouth, on paper are our three top teams. They're all in this, and they all have teams that could probably score. All right. Well, maybe that 12th team didn't get on the track and they stopped it for them. Yeah, all 12 teams are there now on the track. There was only 11 at the starting line.
Yeah,
that's rare. I
haven't seen that in a while.
Yeah. That team got lucky because otherwise, really, you're supposed to start without them. If you don't show up, you don't run.
I have a funny story. We had in cross country, in college, we started a race, and one of our top runners, our number 2 runner, was in the outhouse. And gun goes off, and bang, the door flies open, and there's Pete Anderson. He ended up getting DQ, but he ended up finishing second place in the race.
The Rye Road race?
Yep.
You know, the one,
Right.
10K? I used to bring my kids out. Mortimer, senior year, bring it down. He's stretching his stuff, and there, misses the start totally. Goes over to the starting line, and started from the line,
right,
and won.
He still won.
And he started, it was probably 2 minutes
right.
after the
Mortimer was that good.
So then they said, well,
Going through 73, that looks like Portsmouth in the lead right
no
now.
one ever said you have to start when the gun goes off.
Right.
Think about it. There's no rules saying
Nope.
you've got to start.
No.
You can just,
That's funny.
you can just hang around if you want.
Right.
Go run extra. if
Give
you
him a
want,
lead.
Right?
Souhegan following them pretty closely. So they're going out right at about 10-minute pace. Nobody's really, taking it out hard. This will probably be much more of a tactical race.
I didn't even notice. I would
It's
have
Co-Brown moving into second now. It's like Sanborn's in fourth. Nope, sorry, Oyster River's in fourth. Conval fifth.
Was it Souhegan and then Co-Brown?
Yep.
Portsmouth?
And Portsmouth definitely wants to start the meet off on the right foot. If they're looking to win again this year, they are the defending team champions. So
Oyster River. Also into the handoff, first flip.
Souhegan,
225.
225.
Yeah, that's pretty good. So
Yeah.
we're looking at 9:40 pace right
Yep.
now. Those two teams right there seem to be in Division II every year. It's Co-Brown
Yep,
or Souhegan.
in the 4x8. That's
4x8.
right.
Take a little pride in it.
Yeah. Well, and like you said, if you want to start a meet off the right way, put together a winning 4x8, it's a good way to do that.
And I can't read the names from this far up.
And I think at this point, Portsmouth just wants to stay in the scoring range in that top 6. They definitely don't want to get shut out in this event.
Yeah, at state meet, every point.
It really does.
count.
Yep. Yeah, we saw it last night with the Exeter and Nashua South girls.
Exactly.
Every point counts.
And you can rough score anything, and then you can't figure in the intangibles.
Right.
Plenty of teams last night I know scored a lot more than they were predicted, and scored a lot less.
Yeah,
So,
right.
on the boys' side, Pinkerton and Concord were supposed to score like 105 and 75, and they both scored 20 points more on each one. The difference was still the same, but just goes to show you when you're in the heat of battle.
Yeah.
Well, they separated themselves now, Souhegan and Co-Brown.
Oyster River's in a distant third. And then we got Portsmouth, Conval. That looks like it could be St. Thomas or Merrimack Valley. No, it's not Merrimack Valley because they're not in the race.
Kennett, maybe?
Could be Kennett. Hometown team. Sanborn, maybe. Sanborn would love to get a few points in this event because they are not ranked in the top 6.
So we can really open that one up.
Opening it up.
Halfway time, 4:48.
So they're 9:40 pace still holding strong. Conval, Kennett, St. Thomas, and Portsmouth. Oh no, I'm sorry. That is Lebanon, not Hanover.
Hanover, yep.
Hanover.
Blink of an eye, saw we ripped it right open.
Yeah, they did.
Sean. Good, how are you? Good.
Souhegan looking to repeat this year. Actually, last year's team being the Division II record, 934-19. So 3 more laps to go for the Souhegan 4x8. And they've got right now about an 8-second lead on Co-Brown, who has about a 10-second lead on Conval, who's now in third. Oyster River, Portsmouth, and Kennett make the top 6. Souhegan's now built their lead up to 9 seconds. And Conval has cut the gap between them and Co-Brown down to 8 seconds. So Souhegan pulling away and Conval catching up to Co-Brown. Got two laps to go. Souhegan looks very much in control right now. Now it's an 11-second lead for Souhegan. Conval, Oyster River, Hanover, and Portsmouth now. Kennett bumped out of the top 6. Souhegan looks to be 600 meters to go for Souhegan. They've opened up 11 seconds over Co-Brown now. Oyster River moved ahead of Conval into 3rd.
Won this event last year. They established a new Division II meet record of 9:34.19. Souhegan Active Girl has 1 lap to go.
1 lap to go, yep.
Time is 8:23.
So they're going to be right.
So 72 seconds would give them a new record, actually.
Yeah.
72, she could definitely do that.
You think?
Yeah.
Well, she's got some girls in front of her, so
Yeah.
she could probably rail them in.
She's going to catch at least 2 of these teams. Well, she looks like she maybe ran out of gas a little bit, though, off of that first turn.
Co-Brown girls actually making big strides on her.
Co-Brown's cut it now to 6 seconds from 11.
In today's meet, the top 6 athletes are going to score and receive awards. No awards.
She's coming back in droves, but I think she's going to run out of.
Yeah, I think she's just going to run out of track.
Awards packets for all of
So 100 meters to go now for Souhegan to put up their first repeat event.
She's probably going to run in the 9:30s.
Yeah.
9:30.
She's not going to break the meet record or the division record, but it's going to be a good time. It's like 9:39. Co-Brown in for second, 9:43.
Souhegan High School, 9:39.43. Second is Co-Brown.
So Oyster River going to take third.
There's a
No,
battle
sorry,
right here.
Conval. Oyster River gets 4th.
So Portsmouth didn't pick up any points there.
No, neither did Milford. And Sanborn wasn't in the top 6 either.
All top 6 places broke 10 minutes.
So they kind of all broke even there at that point then.
Yeah, the teams going after the title all got shut out of that, so it really didn't help anybody, didn't hurt anybody. So I would guess then that probably they weren't running into their top kids, holding them off for their individual events. And that's smart.
This is going to be an interesting one on the boys' side.
Yeah.
Was Wyndham going to use Spencer Sawyer up?
I wondered that myself. I mean, if they don't, I actually would say Kingswood and Co-Brown are probably going to go. They're going to be way ahead of the next best team.
It's funny because Oyster River should have a strong team too.
Yeah.
But I don't know how they're going to load it up. But yeah, if it all depends on.
All depends on Wyndham.
Yeah, Spencer Sawyer.
Right.
Spencer Sawyer's there. He can put on a show. But he actually
on paper, Wyndham is not in the top 3, but I give them my dark horse of the night because they have so many kids qualified just outside of that top 6. If anybody screws up, they could easily move into that spot.
And they easily won winter though.
They did.
Oh
they
my
did.
God.
Well, less events in the winter, and it favors those middle distance teams. As you think about just about every event, from the 600 to the 3K, plus your 4x4.
Kingswood, Oyster River, Souhegan, Kennett, Hollis Brookline, Trinity, Merrimack Valley, Lebanon, Conval, and Hanover. 12 teams.
So lining up, we've got the Wyndham team that we were talking about. Co-Brown, Kingswood, Oyster River, Sauhegan, Kennett, Hollis Brookline, Trinity, Merrimack Valley, Lebanon, Conval, and Hanover.
They're taking it out hard.
Yep.
Ain't messing around.
Yeah, Kingswood went right out after it.
Kingswood's always good in this event.
Wyndham's tucked right in there behind, looks like Milford in like 6th or 7th position right now.
Wyatt Pooler.
Yeah.
He's another one from Kingswood who's
Yep.
tough.
And Porter Higas for Co-Brown. Leading off with a freshman, that tells you how much confidence they have in him.
Yeah, Porter, I mean, what is he, around a 202 this year?
202, yeah. But he's also put up a 53 in the 400.
Yeah, he's, of all the freshmen, he's got the biggest range.
Yeah.
From 100 up to, well, go from
800.
right from 55 right up to
5K.
cross country. No one's seen him in cross country because he's got a broken
right,
foot. But
right.
We got 63.
Wow.
64. Pretty quick for the first leg.
this is when he kicks in gear too.
Yeah.
He's got to get around him.
Yeah,
when he stays.
600 to go. That's, that's kind of his trademark.
Whoa, there's a
Whoop.
little tussle there.
Yeah. That's Oyster River in 3rd and Merrimack Valley 4th. Wyndham's now in 5th. So Wyndham's keeping it close.
And then Oyster River.
Merrimack Valley, Wyndham, and that looks like it might be Kennett in 6th.
Kingswood, Oyster River.
Oh, he's pulling away from Kingswood right now.
First handoff.
Look at that turnover.
Comes
Oyster River's coming up on the outside.
Oyster River on the outside. Kingswood.
Merrimack Valley. Oh, Kingswood.
800 meters.
203, 204.
Up front.
The Kingswood guy made a good move
Yeah,
right in the end.
right at the end.
Shut the door hard.
Yep. I do not see Spencer Sawyer lined up on the side of the track. So it looks like Wyndham's going to go without him. Hope that 4 other guys can maybe keep them in scoring. Right now they're in 6th position. But really it's turned into a 3-team race now. Kingswood, Oyster River, and Co-Brown.
Coach Mullen from Merrimack Valley. Coach Mullen, do I have to do anything with relay
I
baton?
think Oyster River's going to be tough to beat in this.
Yeah.
I mean, if they stack their guys in, they're
Feel the big
pretty
three.
tough, but I don't know what
They went out at 61 for that first lap.
Yeah.
They're not messing around here either.
Coming into the halfway point.
See how that 61 holds up in this second lap. Looks like the Kingswood is falling off a bit. Co-Brown's going to go around him now. So 200 to go for this second leg. But Kingswood went from 3rd to 1st on the straightaway at the end of their first leg, too.
Still anybody's race with
Yep.
that being that tight.
Yep.
Coming up in the halfway point.
This could be the key leg right here
Yeah.
because your third leg, you don't always know. That's like the
Yeah,
unpredictable
it's your
one.
unknown. Oh, here we go. Here's Kingswood making a strong move on the finish again.
You know why? Because that's,
Yeah.
that's a Deerfield kid.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's one of my former Deerfield guys.
408.
Nice handoff, too.
408. 409.
That would have been another
That
one.
was a good handoff. Got around to the Oyster River team.
417. 418.
Well, it's going to be hard to beat Kingswood.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
They're closing with their stud.
Yeah.
And I don't.
Yeah, Co-Brown wasn't going to sit on Oyster River. He realized that kid's not going to help him.
Sawyer is finishing, but it's his twin brother. And he's decent, but
Yeah,
he's
not the same.
Yeah,
I would now like all girls.
very good wrestler. He comes out of wrestling
in the
season.
100
So.
Yep.
meter hurdle trials to check in.
So now it's Kingswood and Co-Brown.
In the hurdle trial should be checking in now at the white tent
So Kingswood's closing with Wyatt Pooler, so he's going to
Yep.
be tough. He's the second best 800 in Division II.
Cole Brown's going to close with Dawson Dubois.
Oyster River will be with
That's Noah Strout. Yep.
Okay.
Kingswood and Cole Brown.
So
3
holding
laps to go.
out that right around 8:10, 8:12 pace.
Moving up now is Sauhegan.
Division record is 8:04.74, set back in 2011 by Sauhegan, who would then later break the state record with basically that same team minus one kid. In 2013 at New England's, they set 7:47 in the state record.
Oyster River's guy definitely.
Yeah,
That was
something
definitely-
happened.
Yeah.
The
He's dropping off big
flat
time.
tire maybe. Kingswood and Cole Brown kind of trading the lead back and forth around the turn.
100 meters to
Kingswood
go
made the
before we
move
get
again
up to
on the
the
straightaway.
position. Kingswood and Cole Brown.
Hey, all three of their guys so far have made great finishing moves.
My money's on Kingswood.
Yeah.
Oyster River.
And we saw Wyatt Pooler at Merrimack Valley run out of the slow heat, end up getting second place in the 800.
But then
early
at
in the
Black
season.
Bear, he ripped it out.
He
and
did,
Got everybody
yep.
going. I think it's the first time he's ever broken 2.
Yep.
But, okay, Cole Brown's right there.
Yeah.
Noah Strout's hoofing it.
Well, Poolers must be thinking about the 800 later in the meet, because he doesn't look like he's running as hard as he can.
Yeah, and he's got another
He's just
gear,
going to
so-
wait till the very end. He's running in like 4th gear right now. And Dawson's just going to sit on his shoulder.
Coming up on the gun lap. Still Kingswood
One to
and
go.
Cole Brown.
Close race.
Yep. Going through at 7:15. Yeah, it's anybody's race at this point. Now, where would you make your move, on the back straightaway or wait till the home stretch?
I would make it, if I was Cole Brown guy, I'd make it going in
Right before the
this
turn.
turn. Yep.
Yeah.
Make
Yeah,
it.
I think Wyatt Pooler heard you, because he definitely kicked it into to the next gear right now.
Tell you what, it's closer.
Yeah.
It's closer than I thought it was going to
It
be.
is, but he's pulling away now. He's starting to pull away.
He's just got a different gear.
Yeah, he does.
All girls in the long jump.
So-
Take it at this time, please. All girls in the long jump.
It's like Kingswood's going to repeat. They were also the champions last year.
Defending their title.
They're going to defend their title.
They won
Nice
it
time,
last
too.
year and
Yep.
they're winning it this year.
8:16 last year and 8:16 again this year.
Yep, they're solid. I don't know how they.
Yeah.
Every year.
They got
Look at
4
Noah
guys.
Strout. Noah Strout
Yeah,
coming back.
Yeah, he's going to. Oh, he's just going to nip Merrimack Valley at the line.
Nice job.
Take third.
16:03. Cole Brown, 8:20.
So there it is. Kingswood repeats, holds on to their title, just like the Sauhegan girls did. 8:16.03.
Noah Strout had a hell of a leg
Yeah.
because he was deep in a hole.
Yeah. Cole Brown gets second. Oyster River third. Merrimack Valley fourth. Wyndham picks up 2 points, and Sauhegan for sixth.
8:16.03 this year. Last year they won it in 8:16.39.
So we'll see what that's going to mean for Wyndham later in the meet, now that they've got Spencer, who's fresh now for the mile.
So mile and a half, he'll be good.
Yep.
He'll probably run the 4x4 too. There's money in the bank there.
Yep. And we'll see Wyatt Pooler going head-to-head with him in the 800. Porter Hygus will be back in that 800. And hoping to see Ryan Prins. We haven't seen him all year in any of his 800s.
Which means the athletes are trying to qualify for the finals, which will be held a little bit later.
Yeah, I've been waiting to see him.
In the
Yeah.
boys hurdles,
So we got boys 110 hurdles. 6 of the 14 athletes in this event are from Portsmouth.
That voice you can hear in the background is the legend, Larry Martin. And so we'll let you know right up front.
Explaining the advancement rules.
Yeah, and when he gets results, it comes back over the radio, so we're going to let him do the results for the most part, too, because we'll be talking over one another.
Right.
We did that last night, and he came out great. Larry's got a good booming voice.
He does.
And probably no one's more knowledgeable about him, about it than history.
And he has one of the most recognizable voices now in New Hampshire. As far as track and field and cross country are concerned. So in this first heat, we got Seamus Durkin, Steve Weeks, both of Portsmouth, Alessandro Jacobellis from Wyndham, Will Fahey and Ryan Gonzalez, both of Portsmouth, Trevin Leake and Noah Cody of Sanborn and Oyster River. So Portsmouth's going to be relying heavily on this hurdle event for some of their points.
That's always the meat and potatoes.
Yep. We got 4 guys in this heat and then 2 in the next heat.
Yes, Kingswood's always good in the relays. Portsmouth's always good in the
hurdles.
Good in the hurdles. It's always been that way.
Yeah, Will Fahey and Orion Klahar of Co Brown are going head-to-head twice today in the 110s and the 300s. No, I'm sorry. Will Fahey's not doing the 300 hurdles.
Last night we had some really good hurdle action.
Billy Powers.
Billy Powers tied the
state record.
Yep, in the 110, and he broke the state record in the 300.
Division record.
Division record.
Yeah. Yep.
First heat, boys.
Heat 1 away. This is Will Fahey of Portsmouth. On the outside, though, there is Noah Cody from Oyster River.
One Portsmouth guy's down.
Yeah.
Didn't finish.
Yeah.
Portsmouth 1606. Second is Cody from Oyster River 1628.
Tripped, went off balance.
Yeah.
Gonzalez from Portsmouth 1665. Jacobellis from Wyndham 1748. Leak from Sanborn 1751. Durkin from Portsmouth 1841. I would like all boys in the 100 trials to check in at this time, please. All boys in the 100.
So I guess that was Weeks who didn't make
Steve Weeks didn't finish. Yep.
Yeah, he lost his balance and crashed and burned.
Went off the track, yeah.
And also Exeter Johnston last night.
Ellie Johnston, she had a great meet too.
Yeah, she won
2 wins.
And she wasn't seeded as number 1 in the 110.
No, she kind of had a little upset over Sydney Lewis.
Yep. And, you know, there's one of the ones because Exeter won right there. That's one of the battles that flipped.
Right.
Good points.
Yeah, right. It was a South Exeter. You know, you take 2 points away from your competitors and add 2 points to your team score. That's a 4-point swing right there.
Exactly. And what the final score is 107 to 103.
Yeah. So that would have been a tie.
Yep, right there.
This heat, we got Andrew Chen of Hanover, Chase Adams of Hollis Brookline, Andrew Kelly, Portsmouth, Orion Klahar, Co Brown, John Eli from Pelham, Andrew Weeks of Portsmouth, and Joseph Wegman, John Stark. So it looks like the Portsmouth has a pair of brothers, the Weeks brothers, who both hurdle. This is Klahar from Co Brown.
He looks good.
He looks good, yeah. Very smooth.
Second heat.
Kind of coasting in there for the finish.
This is Klahar from Co Brown 1573. Kelly from Portsmouth 1688. Eli Pelham 1691. Wegman Stark 1751. Adams Hollis Brookline 1762. And Weeks from Portsmouth 1795. Remember, the winner of each heat and then the next 6 best times will qualify for the finals. I will be reading those before we go to that final. Next on the track is the girls 100-meter trials. I would like now all girls in the 100 meters to check in at this time. All girls in the 100 meters to check in at this time.
So we'll see Klahar and Fahey, and then we'll have to figure out who the other 6 are that's going to be advancing. Girls, we're going to have 3 heats. So because Kennett does have a 8-lane straightaway, you'll see up to 18. No, I'm sorry, up to 18, because they have 6 lanes around the turn and an 8-lane straightaway.
Of the girls pole vault. In 6th place from Portsmouth, Fahey. In 5th place from Portsmouth, Weathersby. In 4th place from Kennett, Van Dyne. In 3rd place from Wyndham, Jacek. In 2nd place from Hanover, Stafford. And the winner of the girls pole vault at 9 feet 10 inches from Portsmouth, sophomore Sarah Morin.
So Portsmouth won that,
And they got 5th too,
Right.
5th and 6th, so 13 points for them in that event.
and that's already more events won this year than they did all of last year,
Right? Yeah, they didn't have a
So-
single event win last year.
and still won.
Yep.
They're a good all-around
Yeah.
team.
Yeah, when you got points in every event, you don't necessarily have to win anything. My girls' Co-Brown indoor team in 2011 did that same thing. Didn't win a single event, and we ended up winning the team title.
Right. Keeps everybody's ego in check.
Yeah, no, it does.
It
It really
really
does.
does.
You know, and everybody is, knows that they're competing for the team, not themselves. I think it's like, the Boston Celtics minus Kyrie Irving. They all know that they need to play at their best because they don't have him. Although they didn't play very well last night.
Yeah, the big game's coming up.
Yeah, Game 7.
That's going to be a tough one.
Yeah.
I hope they can do it.
Good. Oh, thank you.
So at this meet, they'll have up to 18 athletes in the events because it's only a 6-lane track, even though you see 8 here on the straightaway. 8-lane tracks will only take 16 in each event. I'm not sure it matters all that much why they limit it to the 16 with an 8-lane
Yeah, I don't
track.
know. I tried to figure
I
that
mean,
out too. I guess it's just
I get because it's 8 lanes and it's even to have 2 heats, but this is Bevins from St. Thomas.
First heat of the girls. Bevins from St. Thomas, 1641. McKenna from Kingswood, 1744. Weeks from Portsmouth, 1753. Murphy from Oyster River, 1906. Considine from Merrimack Valley, 1984.
It's like Sanborn athlete not finishing that one.
So this should be a good one. Colville against Dickinson.
Dickinson, yep. And then Mom White, who's the top seed in that third of 3 heats. So here we go again. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Portsmouth hurdlers in this meet on the girls' side.
In the girls' hurdles, it's different than the boys. There are 3 heats in the girls. The winners advance plus the next best 5 times. So 8 is still going to the finals.
State record's 14:23 from Betsy Garnick. That's that's a
nobody's touching that today.
probably for a long, long time.
Nope. Yeah, I mean that's like in another universe.
Right.
She was one of the best hurdlers in the country that year.
You know, and next week, hopefully Powers breaks 14 because that's a barrier. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, it's a huge barrier.
No one's ever broken 14 in the state of New Hampshire.
Only 2 guys have run at 14.
Right. And there's been a lot of good hurdlers from our state. So.
Yeah.
But I always like the barrier breakers.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you can remember when 60 feet got broken, 7 feet got broken.
Yep.
Some of the things you think about.
In the pole vault, too, for years, nobody could top 14 feet. And then it seemed like in the matter of like 2 or 3 years, like everybody was doing it.
Second heat, girls hurdle trials.
It was a good close one.
Yeah. Koval and Dickinson. Dickinson with a slight lead.
I'm sure all 3 of those are going to move on.
Yeah. But you want to win your heat when that's
It's
the
a
way to
guarantee.
advance. You want to win your heat. You don't want to take that chance.
Kozik, Portsmouth, 17-17. Barham from Sauhegan, 18-25. Brackett, Co-Brown, 18-74. And Chadigny from Kingswood, 18-76.
Yeah, you don't want to leave it up to chance.
No.
I said this before. I was on a team with a guy in the 300 intermediate hurdles. He was a freshman, and he won it out of the slow heat.
Yep.
And he never won a state championship again because he was on the best hurdle team. He was our 4th best
Yeah.
hurdler.
Yeah.
But he surprised everybody.
Yep.
You know? Just went out there and did it. He just stayed the same. He was like Higas. He was a man already as a freshman.
Right. Man ahead of his time. Yeah, I mean there's 5 more runners in this last heat, so if the 5 of them manage to put up amazing times, they could knock out one of those 2nd or 3rd place finishers in the first 2 heats.
So pretty much the real favorite, Mum White,
Yep.
is right in here. And she's knocking on the door of breaking 16.
16, yeah.
Third and final heat, girls 100-meter hurdle.
This looks good. It's running smooth.
Yeah, she's clearly the smoothest.
Yep. One of the most consistent hurdlers in the state.
From Portsmouth,
She did it.
There we go,
Mum
15.95.
White, 15.95. Second is Fisher, Oyster River, 17.21. Third is Lamper from West, 17.78. Fourth is Hinton, Co-Brown, 18.97. And fifth is Williams, Merrimack Valley, 19.05. Next on the track will be the boys 100 trials.
So like the boys' hurdles, only 2 heats for the boys in the trials and 3 for the girls.
There are 3 trial heats. The winner of each trial heat advances to the final, and then the next best 5 times.
10-8-0.
Yeah, well, he was Dominic Worldsley.
He
Might
was
as
a
well
man among boys.
Call him Dominic Worldly because
Yeah.
he was the
Yeah,
king.
he was.
There was been good ones, but he's the best.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, we saw Rimwick ran 10.98 yesterday.
Yep.
Yeah.
First time he's been under 11 and I mean, he looked good too. He looked strong.
Yeah.
He had another gear over Mutz. And I'll tell you what, I was impressed with was Woodman.
Yeah.
Oh my God! You want to talk about?
Put down 11-1.
Yeah, he kind of looks like Usain Bolt.
Yeah.
Big, tall, strong guy.
Right.
Once he gets
long,
going,
long legs.
yeah.
Yeah. No, I managed to watch the 100 and hurdle trials before we had our graduation ceremony, and Woodman was impressive.
I'm going to tell you right now, if he ran the 200, he beat both of those guys.
I think so.
He's just got.
Yeah.
That's my feeling. He's just starting to celebrate at that point.
He doesn't often do the 200 though, does he?
No, I don't even know if he does.
He didn't do it last night.
Nope.
Did the 100, 400. That's Matthew Garofano from Wyndham.
Garofano, Wyndham, 11:28. Goslin, Kingswood, 11:50. Duval, Gostown, 11:51. Martin from Hanover.
So here we go. I'm telling you, Wyndham is sneaky good.
And Seraphin from Pembroke, 11:86.
Nobody's really talking about them as one of the top teams, but
they like in
they've
winter.
got
They
kids in every event.
They do. You don't want to count that team out.
And on a day like today, where the weather could definitely be a factor in some of those field events. You know, I know Portsmouth's relying heavily on their field events for a lot of points.
Field events and hurdles are so unpredictable.
Mm-hmm. So here we go with our second heat. Got Doucette from Hanover. He's very talented also.
He's only a sophomore, too, and he's coming in with 11.14.
Yep.
So that's basically maybe the fourth fastest time in the state this year
Yeah.
overall.
And he's ironically, they were talking about Noah Woodman. Although I see he's not entered in the 400. He's got that same, he's a taller kid.
Second heat.
And there he goes. He's going to win that heat easily.
Yeah, he's got
Taller kid with long strides.
I don't know. He looks like an 800-meter guy to me.
Well, he does the 600 indoors. I was looking for his 400 because I was a little surprised that he's not doing the 400.
Piscaduros, John Stark, 11:79. Zerker, Oyster River, 11:89.
He is doing the 200.
What's he
He's
got
got one of the top time, 22.6.
So, yeah,
he's got one of the top times in the behind Duckett from Trinity.
Duckett's a stud.
He is.
But boy, look at that kid right now. He looks like an 800 guy.
Yeah.
You know what? He might not know it yet.
Yeah. Well, he's young.
You move up to college and
yep.
You start to figure out really how fast you are, and to survive at that next level is tough. So that's why you move up. Once you get good at one event, you're better off moving up.
Yep.
Take your speed with you.
Well, I was going to say the longer the distance, if you can maintain that speed, the better you're going to be.
Especially when you get to college, it's such a weapon.
Yep.
That's why, Jim, you have to run about a 10K.
Yeah, I know. I always said that. I like
Half
10K,
marathon.
10 mile.
It's not that
No,
impressive.
not impressive anymore. No one guys are running 27s.
It is crazy, isn't it? What was your fastest 5K ever?
14:33.
I never broke 15. But I'm from the older generation. We didn't run fast back then.
Right. Yeah, it's unbelievable what these kids are doing now, though.
Yeah, it is. How about like Jackie gone, what she did in she ran like 16:20s or something.
Yeah.
Silly.
But she can break 16.
Yeah.
She really can.
Got our first girls heat. Ziana Twombly, the sister of state record holder Dominique.
That's Twombly, Oyster River, 13:04.
Hard to believe she's now a senior.
I know, huh? Just growing up.
Yeah. Allard was in that heat too.
You know they had some kind of an issue when that showed up.
Oh.
Right.
Sawyer from Wyndham, 13:20. Simeon from Lebanon, 13:24.
So
Bennett from Pembroke, 13:41. Thomas from
Allard
Hanover,
Allard wasn't in that heat.
13:91.
Something must be going on.
That concludes all the trials. We will not be running trials in any other event.
That's really going to set
Finals
Sanborn back.
Yeah.
from this point on.
Without their top girl in the 100. Don't know what happened.
I don't know.
Girls, I need girls, boys.
I mean, that was
So we had no Allard in that one.
that's big time
And
for them.
She's probably the top athlete here on the girls' side.
Yep. Yep.
Probably the top point getter anyways.
Well, I was going to say, if Sanborn had any shot to win on the girls' side, they needed her to do really well, and that's minus 10 points for them. And that moves everyone else up behind her.
I mean, yeah, she's
You know, Oyster River now moves a couple of kids up into scoring position.
St. Thomas has got a fast girl.
Yeah, yeah. In fact, she's in this heat.
Third and final heat.
Wow, it's a tight
Anna
heat.
Paula Terrazas.
Portsmouth took that one.
Yep. It's
Or
Ricard.
is it Hanover?
McLean,
McLean.
Hanover,
Oh,
13-14.
McLean.
Terrazas, St. Thomas, 13-18. Ricard, Portsmouth, 13-23. Smoker, Plymouth, 13-39. Naked, Oyster River, 13-47. And hopefully that is the last heat. Is there really?
There's one more heat.
Boy, I'm not doing well up here, guys. There is one more trial heat. Sorry, I have too much going on. So when they were in the first one, I thought it was the last one.
Oh, you did?
That was pretty good.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out
Yeah.
what happened to Christina Allard.
Yeah. So Devin McLean is the one of the top 2 seeds in this heat. Well, with Allard going down, watch out for Oyster River.
So you want to take that off there?
Nope. Good call. Oh, some trouble in the blocks there for Hanover. Looks like the track's a little bit wet, and they're only using 1/8-inch spikes for this, so maybe it might be a little slippery on the track.
Yeah, that's the one thing with the sprinter. You don't want any play.
No. No slippage. Oh. Looks like the Hanover girl is not going to race.
Yeah, she's a quality runner too.
She came right out of the blocks and just started putting her sweats back on.
Wow.
Huh.
This is the real third and final heat of the girls 100.
This is
third and final heat, I promise. Of the girls
McLean
100.
from Oyster River finishing strong. Oh, that was very strange.
That's McLean, Oyster River, 13:04. Dallinger, Pelham, 13:06. Stonis, Plymouth, 13:07. First 3 people within 3/100ths of a second. Rosa, Manchester West, 13:70. McKay, Co-Brown, 13:71.
So there we go. Oyster River moves 2 girls into the finals.
I have the results of the boys' javelin. In 6th place from Portsmouth, Gum. In 5th place from Portsmouth, Sanborn. In 4th place from Conbell, Bogus. In 3rd place from Portsmouth, Flag.
This is where Portsmouth makes all the
In
money
2nd
right here.
place
Yeah.
From Plymouth, Swanson. And the winner with a toss of 162 feet 10 inches from Co-Brown Northwood Academy,
Oh.
Senior Orion
Flahar.
Clacker.
He's gonna put some points up
Yeah.
today. He's gonna be probably the favorite in the hurdles.
Both hurdles.
Both
yep.
hurdles.
From
So
now on, all events
Yep.
will be girls
probably gonna
first
pick up
and then boys.
solid 30 points, and then what else? A relay.
In the girls
Is he doing the discus today?
in lane 1,
I know
we
the
have McKenna.
the goal all season was to find him a 4th event.
Kosick from Portsmouth.
How come he doesn't do the long jump or
In
something like
lane
that?
3,
Yeah.
Dickinson from
Well, you'd think so. His
Portsmouth.
his sister was New England champion in the long jump.
In lane
Yeah, that's what I
5,
mean. That's what I saw.
Evans
Yeah,
from
Orion
St. Thomas.
is.
In lane
Where
6,
is the
Cobo
discus?
from Merrimack Valley. In lane 7, Fisher from Oyster River.
Nope, he's not
And
doing
in
the
lane
disc.
8, Weeks from Portsmouth. At this time, I would like all girls.
Teach you-
in
His
the
sister couldn't teach him how to long jump?
report
I don't know.
I mean, what's the top seed for long
That
jump?
kind of speed. Boys long jump. Top seed, 20 feet 10.
Yeah, I mean, you would think he'd be able
With
to
his
be
speed,
right
he
there.
could be 20 feet easily. Yeah.
Slacker.
Slacker, clacker.
Slacker, clacker. That's good.
So my guess is he's probably in the 4x4 then to solidify their. Let's see. Yeah, no 4x1.
When they announce finalists, they have to report to the clerking area to receive their hip numbers. So all finalists will go to the clerking area first, then they'll go to the starting line.
So is there a break right now? 10-minute break, or because that's what we did last night.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out. Yeah, I don't see anybody.
I don't see any of the girls down there at the start. There's nobody down there. Yeah.
That's why I announced it.
Got the finalists for the boys shot put.
I have a finalist for the boys shot put. Gorman from Kennett, Griffith from Portsmouth, Horn from Mill Brown, Putnam from Hanover, Williams from Wyndham, Bouchard from Milford, Snidely from Sanborn, Roper from Lebanon. Those are the 8 finalists for the boys shot put. They should report to the circle at this time. I have the finalists for the girls 100 meters.
She was setting up in
In lane 1,
feet
Ruby
slipped.
Sawyer
And she
from Wyndham. In lane 2, Stonis from Plymouth. In lane 3, McLean from Hanover. In lane 4, McLean from Oyster River. In lane 5,
So take a little bit of a look at the pole vault.
Ballinger from Pelham.
Well, we got 10 minutes or so. Can kind of see pole vault being contested now as well as high jump. Light rain coming down, making it a little bit harder with the grip for pole vault, so might see a break in the action every once in a while from them. But the boys are at 11 feet. I believe the girls already completed their pole vault. Not quite sure how many athletes remain. Have seen at least one attempt for this height, I believe. Maybe that was 10-6. Taking a look at high jump. Looks like that was Sauhegan with the miss. Believe that's at least Lambert of Sauhegan. Going at 5'4", there's a good chance that she is alone left in the competition. Maybe I see potentially 1 or 2 more girls over at high jump. For pole vault, I think we have 5 vaulters left. We'll pan over to that real quick as we do have John Thorne from Co-Brown making an attempt at 11 feet. That was not the prettiest form, but it works. 11 feet cleared. John Thorne, Co-Brown. That I'm not sure. I'm not sure I've seen a form like that in a while. We did see earlier in the pole vault that due to a injury that happened, I think yesterday at practice, Tyler Troy is electing not to jump. He did do 1 attempt at opening height, but I think his knee might have buckled out. So see him kind of over there in the mix as well. So he will not be jumping today. He will not be competing due to an injury.
He's going to assume a coaching role now, I guess, and help out his teammate.
Yeah, pole vaulters definitely, they're like that. They're going to help their teammates, but they're also going to help each other. It's a very unique event.
That was Ian Stromsky from Portsmouth.
That's why I hurried to do numbers and stuff while this is going on. We'll go right into it once the national anthem starts.
I think pole vault is kind of one event unlike any other where, you know, obviously you want to do as good as you can, but you're always cheering for the other guy. You don't see that necessarily in the other events, and a lot of times you're just focused on getting your own PR and really getting a lot of height. And it pumps up the other vaulters too, even if, you know, you're head-to-head with someone.
Yeah.
You're still getting pumped up when they have a great vault.
You can see John Thorne now making his way over to the discus, I'm thinking.
Yep, could be discus or shot put.
Or shot put.
I believe shot put, I don't see anyone over at discus yet. So very unique athlete where he goes from shot put to pole vault. Don't see that every day either.
It's the trouble with the pole vault, though, as a discipline. In order to be really good at it, you really can't do anything else because it requires so much practice.
Absolutely. Do you see attempts now at the high jump for 5'4"?
That's Mia Herling from Pelham.
Just grazing that bar. So again, at this height for girls, it gets pretty technical, looking at form as a huge factor as well. Looks like we have a Portsmouth athlete on the runway for pole vault now. Again, this is at 11 feet.
It's his second attempt.
I believe there's a few different Portsmouth athletes doing it. Not quite sure which this one is, unless you know, Dave.
I believe it's Stromsky. Ian Stromsky.
Well, yeah, I'll be announcing. If it's from another heat, I sneak it in. So you'll know. So I just need to know the winner. I'm going to be the winner of the 99. If it's not, I'll say, Bob, hold on. Thank you. Okay, that's very much. Okay.
We did. Well, they got put under the week days. So we got I got 4-1 for sure. Great. You're doing a lot.
Well, that's, I think that's his third miss.
So back over to high jump. They're measuring the bar, which means that either it got
They're
knocked
going
pretty
up.
hard or they're going up,
They're
more
going up.
likely going up.
11-6.
So pole vault 11-6 now. High jump, that would be 5-6, I believe. See if they turn that around for us.
So look, by an unofficial count, there was only 5 remaining. So with Portsmouth going out, we might only have 4 now up at 11-6.
You do see that high jump is now at 5-6. These are the girls' first attempts at that height. You can see she's approaching from the left side, which means she actually jumps off of her right foot, which in high jump is more of a rarity. Most people jump with their left foot. And her turn's going to be interrupted as we do have the national anthem coming on now. We'll take a look over by the scoreboard at the flag, and hopefully you can hear it. All right, and with that excellent rendition, hopefully you could hear it at home, that does mean that the break is coming to a conclusion, and we will be starting our finals on the track.
We had heard from the Kennett coach that's actually one of his athletes. The original girl who was supposed to sing was not able to show up today. So
that's pretty good.
She said, "I'll do it for you."
Wow, that was a really good performance.
Stepping in last minute, yeah.
Got to be a gamer on state championship. So with the finals coming up, I will turn it back over to Jim McKenzie.
Well, that was a great
Yeah, that was fantastic.
national anthem.
Yeah.
Very good. I'd rather. I love it when they.
When it's a live voice versus
live
recording.
voice, local person.
Exactly.
That's great. I guess
Yep.
that was one of Tim Livingston's. I guess she ran for. So it was awesome.
Yeah.
Before we start the finals, we'd like to
Thanks.
thank Brianna Hacking, a senior from Kennett High School, who just sang the national anthem.
That's Rihanna Hacking.
Hacking from Kennett High School.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Just kind of stepping in at the last minute for her coach.
She's better than the American Idol singers. She really is. I like the voice. It was great.
So look at that. Portsmouth has 4 girls in the finals of the hurdles.
Have checked in right after all the finals.
Cash in some points.
Yeah. I mean, mathematically, even if they finish the last 4 spots, 2 of them still score.
Right.
But I feel like Mom White's probably not going to finish in the bottom 4.
No, she's tough. She's the best looking hurdler out there.
Yeah,
You still got to go out there and win it.
you do. So on the girls' side, this could be like a seacoast battle here between Portsmouth and Oyster River, with Sanborn likely out of the chase now.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So we'll figure that one out. We'll see if we can find out some
I
information.
mean,
on that.
there must be something wrong if you're not going to do a 100 dash, because, I mean, I can't imagine that takes a whole lot out of her. Here we go. First, second, because we've already done the 4x8. Oh, a little stumble there by Adrian Bevins of St. Thomas.
Mom White out.
So Mom
in
White's
control.
easily out there. It looks like Portsmouth will hang on for first and fourth.
That was Mom White from Portsmouth.
So guaranteed 14 points.
Yeah.
Bevan, St. Thomas,
So she
16.
Yeah,
crashed.
so there's
Koval, Merrimack
bettering
Valley,
her
16,
prelim time.
Tickets at Portsmouth, 16,
Look at that.
74. Kozak,
Portsmouth picks up
17,
first,
16.
fifth,
Fisher,
and
Oyster
fourth.
River, 17, 26.
So 16 points for them in this event,
16
on top
points
of the
is pretty
13 they got in the pole vault.
Good little payload right
Yeah.
there.
So
This event
they're
last
off to
year
a good
was
start.
rated 16-17. Mom White's time was 15-69. Next on the track will be the boys hurdle finals. I have the results of the girls triple jump. In 6th place from Kingswood, Carpenter. In 5th place from Merrimack Valley, Irving. In 4th place from Pelham, Lindsay. In 3rd place from Portsmouth, Kozak. In 2nd place from Wyndham, Suda. And the winner with a jump of 34 feet, 4 3/4 inches from Sanborn Regional, a freshman, Kaylin Lapachelle.
So Portsmouth's got a pretty good lead right
Yeah,
now.
they just took another 4 points out of that triple jump, or sorry, 6, because she was third.
So they had 19, add 16, so now you
35,
35
41.
points.
They're in good shape. And Allard's teammate, who's another freshman, wins the triple jump.
That were purchased today at the apparel tent so that the NH
But they can use Allard in the 4x1, the 4x4, but
Well,
we don't know
hopefully
what's going
she's okay to do
Yeah.
that. Yeah,
We don't know.
We don't know. So boys from Portsmouth put in 3 to the finals, including the number 2 seed Fahey.
Should be a good battle between
Yep.
Kohar and Fahey.
Yep. Yeah, they're clearly better than everyone else. by a couple of tenths of a second.
So I grew up with his mother, Fahey's mother.
Did you?
Yes. And she was a good athlete. In fact, her father was the golf pro at Portsmouth Country Club
Oh.
forever.
I've been told that coaches
Her brother was
and
in my grade, and she
Yeah.
was a year behind
Yep.
me.
not supposed to be on the infield.
And she was a very good athlete. She was a state champion the year Portsmouth won the field hockey state championship. They were just
Okay,
a
yep.
dominant team, shutting everybody down. Pole vault's getting tough.
Yeah.
You start getting wet.
Start getting the rain's coming down
you
now.
know, wet gripping and
And then you land on the mat and it's a puddle.
Boys,
here we go.
final.
Yep. So Klahar's got a
Nice lead.
he's got a nice lead.
Fahey second.
Yep.
Ooh,
And
Portsmouth
maybe
slipped-
maybe another fourth for Portsmouth along with their second.
From Co-Brown, 15-22.
Yep.
Fahey from Portsmouth, 15-62. Eli from Pelham, 16-39. Gonzalez from
So
Portsmouth,
fourth and second for
16-50.
Portsmouth.
I think they got another point
Maybe
or
six
two.
too. Yeah.
Kelly
Fifth.
from Portsmouth, 16-51. Cody from Oyster River, 16-52.
So there we go.
Those last three
That's more
slots
like what Portsmouth was hoping for.
separated by 2/100ths of a second. That's why it takes a little
So
bit
they
of
pick,
time for results to come.
They pick up 13 points there.
Boys, 1,600-meter runners, please report in at this time. Boys in the 1,600 meters.
Claha dominated that.
Yeah,
though.
he did. Yeah, he did. 4/10 of a second.
He's going to come out of here with 3 big wins
Yeah.
today.
He's already got 2. He's won the javelin,
100-meter
now the
dash.
hurdles, and he's got the 300s later on today.
Do you think maybe the reason he's not doing the long jump is because when they sit down at the dinner table, he's just kind of overshadowed by his sister a little bit? You know, and just doesn't want to.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, since she's New England champion, and he
Yeah.
doesn't want to try to compete with that.
Because he knows he'll fail, and then, you know what I mean? But his mother will love him the same if he, you know what I mean?
If he picks other events and he's state champion in, yeah.
He might have
Yeah. Well, I think
issues with failure.
their dad probably has been wrestling with the two of them since they were
Right.
about 4 years old. They are tough as nails, kids.
Great group of athletes.
Yeah, they
great
are.
athletes. Well, that's tough though. He's going to be a good. Where's he going to go to college? Where's
He's going to UNH.
So he is.
Yep.
Yeah. So he'll be a stud.
Yep.
Decathlon probably.
Yes. Yep. And we got an empty heat in the 100 final. This looks like
Hanover, McLean.
yeah,
Right?
Hanover, McLean and McLean.
McLean and McLean law offices.
In first,
Sawyer's going to get
Lee
second.
Hanover, 1288.
Nope, McLean's.
In second,
McLean and McLean.
McLean, Oyster River, 1297. Third is Dallinger Pelham, 1313. Fourth is Terrasses, St. Thomas, 1316. Fifth is Twombly, Oyster River, 1320.
Good quality
Sixth is
times.
Ricard from Portsmouth, 13.
Yeah, Oyster River picks up 10 points there with the
Oh, we got a Mick and
Yeah.
a Mac, the Scottish and the Irish. The Scottish wins out that time. As they should. No, it's good times, huh? 1288, 1297.
yeah.
But we did have an open lane, so what happened there? Sawyer from Wyndham.
Sawyer from Wyndham, it looks like.
That's going to be
Hanover's time in winning was
Spencer's
12:88.
sister, I imagine?
I would imagine, yeah.
Or cousin?
Yeah.
And McLean from Oyster
So
River was also
with
on
a second and a fifth, we've got 10 points for Oyster River. So combine that with their 4x8, and they're in a good position to be in like second right now, maybe third.
Well, see, most I don't have to do, though. I don't have to do hurdles. Yeah. Oh, you're right. So these you can have. You need them.
So watch for Doucette and
And
Garifano.
McLean's only a freshman.
McLean, which one?
The one who won.
From Hanover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was a freshman that won that 100, so that's really talented.
Well, yeah, between so we've got, I mean, you look at here, Allard from Sanborn, McLean from Hanover, Dollinger from Pelham, all freshmen under 13 seconds.
All right, here come the 100.
It's Doucette, but close behind is Garofano. They're going to go 1-2.
He looks good.
He does.
It's Doucette from Hanover, 11:18. Garofano, Wyndham, 11:29. Goslin, Kingsport, 11:48. Barber, Portsmouth, 11:52. Boganum, Sanborn, 11:55. And Duval, Goffstown, 11:64.
Yeah,
Next on
he's
the
impressive.
track is the girls' 1,600 meters. There is only one heat in this event.
Good.
All boys should
Wyndham
check
pulls
in
out
by
8
now
points there.
for
Portsmouth
the
grabs
boys'
another 4.
1,600 meters.
So what do we got here in 1600?
Well, the top 2 seeds both are from Milford, Robinson and Durham.
Ah,
And
Julia
we got
Robitaille.
Julia Robitaille.
1,600
She is on the track.
overlap.
She's not doing the 3,200 today. This is her only event.
So I don't know what happened with her,
1600.
too.
Defending champion
Yeah,
is
me
the
and
back
Larry and I were both
Durham
wondering,
from
you know, she
Milford.
basically hasn't
Won
raced
last
half
year
the
in
season.
4:53.62.
Hopefully it's nothing.
Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully that's by, you know, she elected to do that and it
Right.
wasn't for any other reason. Yeah, Julia Robitaille, I would not count her out of this. Here we go. But this is where Durham really kind of established herself last year.
Yep. When you were calling her out of the race, and I was saying, well, you don't count her out. She's tough. I'm not counting her out of anything
Yeah.
anymore.
In third place from Portsmouth.
But I've been really impressed with Robinson.
Second place from Milford.
She's definitely the most improved distance runner in the state, going from,
3 inches.
you know, from where she, I guess she lived at South there. You know, she ran for National South,
Right,
came to Milford.
right.
It just took off. And a lot of times that's what happens. You get someone that can push you,
I have the results.
make you
Well,
better.
I was going to say it's probably made Durham better too.
Yeah,
having her
exactly.
on the
It's
team.
always better.
In fifth place from Hollis Brookline.
That's why, you know, the Co-Brown girls and the Concord boys, you know, there's not just 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah, there's
kinda-
7 or 8 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In second
So
place
Robitaille and Durham right now are 1 and 2.
with a toss of 137 feet 1 inch from Co-Brown Northwood Academy, senior Kathleen Collins. Coming up on the 400 split in the 1,600 meters. Robinson and Durham,
So Durham looks very relaxed and controlled there.
76, 77, 78, 400 meter split.
So right just over 5-minute pace, like 5:04 pace.
Last night, Jackie Gone put on a show.
Yeah.
You know, 2 firsts
2
and a
firsts
second.
and a second. She just didn't quite have that
At this time,
that finish in
Yeah,
the
she
800
does. She's kind of stuck on 221, but
Yeah.
but she can run 221 for a
for
long
all
time.
day. Yeah. All day.
remember is at the head of the straightaway under the white
It's
cap.
going to battle, huh? Robitaille and Durham.
Yeah.
Robinson, she'll come back up on it.
Yeah.
Including watches.
But this is some very important points for Milford.
Yeah. No, if they've got a chance at anything, they need
When you enter the track.
at least 16 points out of this event.
And Durham's trying to stick it to her right now.
Yeah.
They're trying to force it.
Now, if Robinson does this, she just sits right with those other 2 girls in that 3rd spot. Let Robitaille and Durham go.
Coming up in the 800 meter break. Again, that'll be the halfway point.
Yeah, Robitaille did so many events in the winter,
She
so
did.
I don't know. I
She
don't
did,
know what
I
happened.
know.
233, 234,
So right on 5:06 pace,
Yeah.
and she's the defending New England champion in cross country. But I have a feeling she's making Durham feel a little uncomfortable right
Yeah.
there.
Well, she's closed it back up. Durham had a
Yeah.
little bit of a lead on her, and Robitaille's tightened it right back up.
Tell you what,
And she's going to go by her.
Robinson looks good, though.
Yeah. Robinson surging now towards her teammate, Durham.
Robinson beat her last week. First now. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Durham trades the lead again with her. So Robitaille and then Durham, and now looks like Robitaille is going to make a move off the corner.
Good little
They're
game.
just going to go back and forth.
Indian, I mean, what do you call it?
Oh, there was a...
Oh, she just made a move.
Big move. Durham's
Robinson
look a little deflated because she all of a sudden now got passed by Robinson.
Yeah, she's got good turnover.
Yeah.
Good Robinson, though. She's
surging.
no slouch.
She's surging.
Robinson should have never let the gap get open. She's closing, though.
She is.
She looks good.
She's really starting to distance from
Becca Durham.
Becca Durham's got to watch out for
Better hold
York.
the fort down.
Yeah, coming in hot are going to be Emma York and Layla Trummel. And they're both sub 520 milers themselves, so
yeah, she doesn't want to lose.
Durham doesn't want to give up any more than she's already given up. So I guess any reports of Julia Robitaille's demise have been greatly exaggerated.
Yep.
445 right there. She could break 5.
Yeah, she's going to do it.
453,
Yep.
454, 455. Going to be very close to 5 minutes.
459-ish.
How about
Yeah,
Robinson,
Robinson 503.
That's a big improvement for Robinson.
Yeah. Durham 512, and then that's Trummel in 4th, and York in 5th.
Actually, Robinson was the #1 seed with a 506. So
Yeah.
chopped off 3 more
3 seconds.
Still, that's pretty good.
Zlotnick from Sauhegan's going to round out your top 6. So maybe not the finish that Milford was hoping for, but they still managed to get 14 out of that event.
Yep. Well, that's basically that's reality.
Yeah.
If Robitaille's healthy, that's where it's going to be anyways.
Right.
But 458.
Yeah, anytime you see them go under 5 minutes.
Plymouth 12, Kennett 10. I have girls' scores after 6 events. Portsmouth 36.
Pretty exciting, though.
Yeah,
All right, well,
very
now
exciting.
this is going to be a
Now
good race
this-
here.
Yeah. This is kind of one of the premier matchups of the day.
Spencer Sawyer versus
Cam
Cam Starr.
Yeah.
Spencer's been a little, I mean, he ran a 155 at Lokes and then really hasn't done a lot since that. Came back, ran a 433, ran a slower 2 mile, but I don't know what it was with that. But
Yeah.
he definitely got the wheel, so hopefully he gets back on track.
Got
That's
it.
the only problem with running Lokes. You get down there and you get these times that are so bad, and if you're not mentally tough and coming back to reality, some kids can't deal with it.
Yeah. So it looks like Kieran Murphy not on the line. So #3 seed dropping out of the race. That helps Wyndham because Robbie St. Laurent is probably in that top 5 or 6 runners as well.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Murphy.
At this time, I would like the boys 4x100 meter relay teams to check in.
So that's Morgan Boffman out of Hanover. Bauman, excuse me, Bauman.
He's an up and down one. He
Yeah.
runs some good ones, and then he doesn't do that well, and then bang, he pops back. But he's all over the place.
Well, he's all by himself out in the lead.
Morgan Bauman of Hanover.
Coming up on the 400 meters.
Sawyer's just content to sit right in the middle of that pack.
He
He knows, I think, that
he's the best kicker.
yeah. I mean, it wasn't super fast though. It was only 4:24
But last week,
pace.
there was a stud mile at Londonderry, and he did nothing in the kick. He was set perfect.
Yeah.
Set it perfect. And
Yeah.
The others should be that far back.
I mean, they were at like 4:32 pace. Sawyer's moved up to third now.
Starr ran a 4:25 at Londonderry,
Yeah.
and Sawyer ran a 4:33 that day. And I'll tell you what, Starr's tough.
Yeah.
I mean, when he finished sixth in the New England's in cross country, he missed this year's cross country season, but
Yep.
can't count him out.
Yeah. Now they're reeling.
Tangway's
reeling
right
the leader
there.
back in with him. Yep. It's Tangway.
Halfway point. 216, 217, 218.
So we'll get 4:32 pace.
Not very
Yep.
fast for the first two. You're going to see it pick up a lot now.
Yep. There goes Starr and Sawyer.
Starr's
Tangway.
got to really kind of shake it out a little bit here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Starr's in first.
Starr's
So
in the
Starr's in the lead.
Starr, Sawyer,
Sawyer
and
and
Tangway.
Tangway.
Wyndham's number 2 is in 5th spot right now.
And he's
Sawyer, Starr, and Tangway.
St. Laurent's tough.
Yeah, I mean, he's a 4:36 kid. He's going to go for that lead pack. That's smart. You can't give up that much distance that early.
You remember Starr won the indoor 1500. He didn't really do much all winter, and
Right.
bang, he popped one.
Popped a good one.
Starr from Pelham, Tangway from Cobra.
So we got 1 lap to go. Sawyer takes the
Tell
lead.
you what, Sawyer's. Ooh,
St. Laurent
I don't know what happened there.
Yeah.
But
1 to go.
Starr's going to sit with him.
Yep.
Starr's going to try to come on him again.
Yeah. And we could see two or three lead changes in this last straightaway.
They dumped
No,
Tangway
no.
hard.
Yeah.
Don't count out Starr. He's
Starr is almost pulled up even with him.
Yeah.
Sawyer surges a little bit.
tough. I think he might be done. He might have
He closed it out right there.
throw one more in.
Got one more. He's got one more. No, it's over.
Sawyer, Starr.
Starr put his head down.
He's like, come on, legs, let's go.
Well, like you said,
Yeah.
when you start looking at the legs, it's all over.
100, Sawyer, Wyndham,
So,
Starr, Pelham.
Here goes Sawyer's first win of the day. He's going to try to double back on the 800.
Good job.
Good race.
Wow, good fast time, too.
Yeah. 4:21.
4:21, that's his best by far.
Yep.
Sawyer,
Tangway, you better run through that finish.
Yeah.
Can't repeat what you did last year.
There we
you
go. Tangway third, and St. Laurent comes up to 4th.
426.09. Tangway, Cobra, 429.41.
That's the first time he's been under 4:30.
St.
Yep.
Laurent,
St.
Wyndham,
Laurent,
429.59.
7-second PR there for St. Laurent.
Davis from Lebanon, 434.52. And Audubon from Milford ran 434.90. Sawyer from Wyndham ran about a 205 last 800. They went through it about 216. He ran 421. So they picked it up
Yeah.
considerably the second 800.
Negative split his second 800
Yeah, that's
by
good.
9 seconds.
Yeah, that's a big-time PR for him.
Yep.
He chopped off 4 seconds. Starr was about the same as last week. Tangway chopped off about 5 seconds. St. Laurent chopped off 7 seconds.
Yep.
And they didn't go out that hard. So I'll tell you what, state meet puts a little adrenaline in your juice.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you,
Well, I mean, we saw Spencer Sawyer go through the first 400. He was in like 7th spot.
Right.
And he was deep in the middle of that pack. And then second lap, things changed a lot. He and Starr went right to the front.
Starr came at him a few times,
Yeah.
but then it was just over.
Yeah. Yeah, he's right around the 200. Sawyer made a surge. Starr kind of looked down, bucked his head a little bit, and
Yep.
that was it.
Star's still got a 2 mile coming up, 3,200, and then
Yeah. Probably 4x4 too.
Sawyer's got the 800. So, but Wyndham got a lot of points in that one.
They did. They got 14 out of that.
4x100 meter relay. We're going to have heats of events rather than trials. In trials, they run and then you make a final and they run again. When you're running heats, everybody runs once, and the 6th places are determined by the 6 best times that come from all of the heats. However, all the heats are seeded, so the last heat in every event is where the fastest times will be. So most of the places will come from the last heat, but not always. There are 3
You hear Larry explaining
of the girls
how all the
4x100
lane
meter relay.
races run in lanes are going to be scored.
Girl runs 100 meters, so the entire race is once around the track.
Most of these all have 3 heats, so we'll be looking for that 3rd heat to have our scoring athletes. But in many of those events, especially in the 400, 300 hurdles,
800.
you'll
Saw
end
the
800.
Yep.
You'll get somebody scoring out of that slower heat. Now, 4x1 is a notoriously unpredictable event.
Sure is.
Some of these teams don't practice their handoffs as much as they should, and in a meet like this, it really, really matters.
Story last night, when we looked at the seeding, Concord wasn't even listed, the boys. They weren't even listed.
Yeah.
Somehow they were left out of it. Then they got put back in it. They haven't really run a good nice, clean 4x1 all year long. And last night
And
they
they
pop
won
it
it.
and they win it.
They won it, yeah.
So they go from not even being in it,
Yeah,
for some error,
so win it.
to win it.
Yeah.
All girls in the shot put.
The kid just cleared 13-3.
That's
St. Thomas.
Milford, I believe.
Milford.
That's Will Shepard.
Milford,
Milford.
13 feet 3 inches.
Yeah, it's a
New
9-inch PR for him. He came in at 12.6.
9-inch PR.
No, he's going to go 13.9 now. Okay.
Going in lane 2. I hope it's not Bob gonna run.
So with him being able to pick his heights, that means he's the last one in. Otherwise, they'd be going up by 6 each time.
I ever tell you my Sergei Bubka story?
You met him?
I met him I was at the USA Mobile meet in New York City,
Wow.
and I meet Sergei Bubka on the streets. And my only thoughts were, and I said it to him, we shook hands, I said, run now, be free. Because he was,
He was still.
he was part of the Soviet Union.
Yeah.
Which is still the Soviet Union.
Yeah.
Don't fool
Yeah.
yourself.
But he was actually, I think he's Ukrainian,
Ukraine.
but they were still part
they still
of it
owned
back
him at
then,
that point.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was funny.
Run now, be free. Well, he probably had two cops, 2 Russian cops following him the whole time he was in.
Movie made.
Every move he made, yeah. Making sure he didn't go run off and hide somewhere. Oh,
that's a bad
handoff.
Is that Lebanon?
That looked like might be St. Thomas.
Maroon.
No,
stripes.
Hallsbrook line. Sorry, Hallsbrook line.
Final 100.
That is out front there is that hometown, Kennett? That is Kennett hometown team. 50 point.
Kennett, 55-36.
Okay, I
Pembroke,
saw the
56-16.
50.3 on the screen. That's not right.
Hollis Brookline, 56-33. Lebanon, 56-99. And Conval, 57-19.
That's good. Put up a win on your home track, at least in your heat.
In your heat.
Yep.
You get some speed to come.
Yeah.
Kingswood, Merrimack Valley.
Well, you can see the corner of the screen. The clock says 50.35.
Yeah, that's not right.
And,
Although last night we did have a few in the 49s
Yeah.
and some 50s.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, when there's a girls 4x1 that can drop under 50 seconds, that's impressive.
I think it was Londonderry. Londonderry do the 49 last night? Yep. Oh, wow. Right.
It's our second heat. We got Kingswood, Merrimack Valley, Souhegan, Plymouth, Co-Brown, and John Stark.
The last call for the boys in the high jump.
So the top 6 teams in this event are a full second ahead of both the previous heats. So we wouldn't expect to see anybody from heats 1 or 2 scoring, but you never know. It's a good handoff by Plymouth. Another good handoff by Plymouth. So they're putting together something here.
John Stark looked pretty good, too.
Yep.
Final handoff, E2.
Ooh, and I spoke too soon. I jinxed him again, Jimmy.
Oh, my God. Just don't say anything.
Merrimack Valley wins that heat.
Merrimack Valley, 53.
I don't know why that works, but it does every time.
53, 98. Kingswood, 54, 61. John Stark, 54, 64.
Yeah, Plymouth was going to win that one going away with it.
Yep. That's part of the game.
Yep. Got to get the baton around. I mean, with their time, they might have been able to squeeze in a 6th, but I don't know. These top 6 teams are just so much faster than those other teams.
Oyster River coming in with a 50.06
Yeah.
seed time, so they could go under 50 if they get everything right.
Yep.
Or if you talk about them, they might just
I'll
drop the baton.
I won't say anything.
I don't know how that works, but it
I
does.
know, it's if I figure out how to do it on command, I could make some money.
Yep.
Announcing the Olympics.
Now that sports betting
Just
is
have
legal.
like,
and
yeah,
stuff
now
like
that it's legal, right?
Remember that kid last year from Trinity, Tim Zepp?
Yeah.
He just popped a 149 in college as a freshman.
Wow.
In the 800.
Wow.
That's just ripping speed.
Well, I mean, based on what he had done in the 4 and the 600, I think it was only a matter of time before he did that.
Oh, nice handoff by Oyster River. Portsmouth had a
little shaky there.
It's hard to make that up when you.
Yeah,
you know,
no, it is.
Yeah.
Oyster River.
There he's adding a little pressure.
Yeah. Oh, Portsmouth just dropped 2 more spots.
That's just. They need him. They need all these
points.
points.
Do need it.
Oyster River.
They're
is
clean.
Ripping it.
They are flying.
Oyster River.
Yeah. Look at that. Hanover's going to.
Portsmouth's coming back, but they're only going to get third out of it.
They're only going to get 6 points out of this one.
Wow. Oyster River took that one.
Yeah. Took it to them.
50-24. Hanover, 50-92. Portsmouth, 51-07. Sanborn, 52-28. Wyndham, 52-69.
Was there any?
53-93.
Was there any Allards in there?
Merrimack Valley from Heat 2, where they ran 53.65.
No.
Will take 6th place overall.
Sanborn did not anchor with Christina Allard. That is a different runner.
Yeah, so we don't even know what.
Yeah, who knows?
Yep, that's too bad. I mean, she'd be able to go on to next week, but this is where you.
Yeah,
score
no,
points
this
in
is where it
teams.
matters for
You know, you don't know
right
if
for a
kids are
team
sick
title.
or what.
I mean, next week is really just about the individual kids.
Right.
It's not about teams.
Nope. But kids get sick. Things happen.
For the girls, javelin.
Though, if you're coaching one of these top teams in the division, you've scored the meet of champions on paper yourself, just
Right.
to see where you
Stack
stack up.
But you know, I can speak.
But a lot of your athletes are not going to be doubling or tripling.
It's not like cross country
No, right,
You know what I mean?
right.
where
Your top 7 are there.
yeah, let's start scoring
Regardless.
cross country. I'm sorry, but that's the way it is. Let's make a big deal about it. I realize they do it for wrestling. They
Yeah.
should be doing it for cross country
Yeah.
I have the results.
because
The girls,
the other
high
divisions always put some good runners in too. It's
Yeah.
not always the big
jump.
division that's going to win.
In 6th place, we have a 3-way tie.
Yeah.
Cole Brown girls were as good as anybody.
Oh, they
every
yeah.
year.
No, they were
Bay,
New England champions one year.
Yep.
2014 or 13.
I don't know what the issue is. I really don't care. I don't want to hear the excuse.
Just do it.
Do it.
Yeah.
Score it.
From Oyster River. In 3rd place, Lambert from Souhegan. In 2nd place, from Pelham, Lindsay. And the winner.
I mean, they rank them going into the meet. I don't know why they
Yeah.
just, you know, okay, you're New Hampshire champion now.
but it's like they say it quietly. Like, let's make a big deal about
Yeah.
it. I don't know.
18 total events scoring today.
To me, it's a little bit of a letdown.
36. Pelham,
It's my feeling.
Yeah.
Hanover,
Divisions are the most important.
Sanborn,
Then New England's, then MOCs. But I would like a little bit of team recognition for the MOCs.
Yeah, I mean, it's you know, when you can actually match up all of the teams in the state,
Right.
why not do it? Because they use the scores to advance them to New England.
Next year, the New Englands are going to be in Manchester. So
Yep. In my senior year, division meets have always been at Derryfield.
Yep.
This meet of champions was also at Derryfield, and New England's was at Derryfield. So those kids ran 3 consecutive weeks at Manchester. And I think that's what prompted them to move the meet of champions to Mines Falls, so that you,
Saves your
you
legs
didn't
a
have
little
them.
bit, yeah.
You didn't have 3 consecutive weeks on that course.
I like that.
Concession stand right up near where you came in. All kinds of great food and drinks up at the snack shack. This is the first heat.
It's odd that we've had this much of a break in between heats. Normally they get them going fast. I'm not sure what the holdup is. It's a lot more dead track time than we've had up to this point. So it looks like Milford, what's his name? Will. He's at Will Shepard's at 14.3 now, so he cleared his 13.9. So he's doing all kinds of PRs today. The rain must not have affected his grip all that much. Oh,
No, we didn't get that
yeah,
one.
no.
14-3.
Will Shepard.
Will Shepard from Milford.
Will Shepard from Milford is attempting 14 feet 3 inches in the pole vault. Will Shepard from Milford.
Now the pressure's on.
Under pressure.
Is this his first one headed to?
Yep. How much time do you have in between?
You get 2 minutes when
2
you're
minutes?
the last one. Yeah.
Vault might be 2 or most of it's a minute.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's not long. He's already been down
Twice, yeah.
whoever's the first try.
He's got 2 more attempts. He's about to push off the ground. Yeah, they got to foul him this time.
Yep.
It's all right. You got 2 more attempts.
So where you get 3 and then foul, and then is that what he did? Oh,
Well,
you ran out of time.
Supposed to be 2 minutes, and then they'll foul him, and then he gets another attempt, 2 minutes, and if he doesn't attempt that, they'll foul him, and so he's got 6 minutes really to get over the pole, the bar.
Start. Merrimack Valley, Lebanon. First heat sprint relay.
Take a quick trip to the bathroom, puke in the toilet, and then come back out.
Yeah. He's already back at it, though.
Yeah. He's the only one left, so he really doesn't have any excuse to wait. Let the 4x1 go by, and then take your attempt. Nobody's looking. And no.
Just doesn't seem to be able to get it right.
Yeah.
47-52. Hollis Brookline, 48-23.
There he
Milford,
goes.
48-43. Souhegan, 48-83. And Lebanon, 49 flat.
I mean, you think about it, he's now vaulting 2 feet higher than he was when he came in.
Right.
And he's probably got a new grip
Second
on the
heat,
pole.
Pembroke,
Getting up that high, maybe starting to.
Trinity,
Maybe he's
Trying
afraid of
to think
heights.
about it. Yeah. Well,
and Plymouth.
No,
I mean, he's
trying to
gotta-
get it right.
Yeah.
Boys in the 400
he's got a new
meters,
grip
second
because
is
he's
the
not
side.
been holding up that high,
Right.
which means he's got to move his steps back. So
There's a lot
that's a
to it.
lot of things to change in one meet, and not having practiced this, how do you really prepare yourself? Because I'm telling you, he wasn't vaulting 14 feet in practice. Should have 1 more attempt. Yeah.
So that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, change the grip, change the approach, and now change the pole.
But it keeps getting higher, so
Yep.
what we just say, right?
Right.
Yep.
Rathburn from Keene, he's been ripping it up.
Yeah.
Way more time between heats.
Yes.
Yesterday.
Yep.
You agree? Yeah.
Especially that gap there. what we just
Between the
did.
girls 4x1 and boys 4x1, that was the biggest gap we've seen.
Now, usually one heat is done and the other heat out. Going. So I think my 7 o'clock might be a little off.
Yeah. But you remember last night we had 2 heats of the 1600, so that'll save some time. Oh no, not the 1600. Oh, it was the 800. 800.
They got 2
Yeah,
heats
same
here,
thing,
too.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
guess
no. Actually, boys only have 1 heat of the 800.
Yeah, I knew there was something a little different.
So it's only heat 2 of the boys 4x1. Here we go. Jump. Yeah.
Nope.
Didn't really get off the ground. And he came right back down on his feet.
That's not good. That's why you don't change.
Yeah.
You don't want to come down, roll an ankle or something like
Yeah.
that.
He came straight down to his feet, but he was about 9 feet up in the air when he came down, and that'll hurt you.
Look at this kid ripping out in front.
Yeah, that's from Plymouth. I won't say anything because I jinxed their girls team. Plymouth boys, though, hold on to their baton,
That's Plymouth.
win their heat.
46-43. Kingswood, 47-03. Pembroke, 47-30. West, 47-54. Trinity, 48-33, and Conville 48-64.
So he settles for 13-9, but that's still over a foot PR for
Yeah.
him.
Nothing wrong with that. It's a big deal.
Yeah.
What year is he?
It's a sophomore, I
Sophomore,
believe.
so he's
He'll be back. No, I'm sorry. He's a senior.
oh, he's a senior.
Yep.
Well, maybe he'll stay back.
5-year plan.
Yeah. No, that's good. That's a good. He's still got next week and probably the week after.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, the only guy that's gone higher, I think, is Rathburn.
Yep.
King. That's it.
Yep. Well, I was talking earlier about, as soon as one kid went 14 feet, it felt like 10 kids did it.
Razvich, he's had it forever, right?
Yep.
15-8.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, that's one of those records. 15-8, that's a mile above.
Rathburn's hit 15. So.
Has he?
Yep.
Yep.
Of the boys 4x100-meter relay. Seated heat.
Rathburn at New England's might surprise people. It's like Wyndham out in front.
Yeah, they need this one.
Good handoff. Wyndham's going to take this one.
Yep. Yes. Number 1 seed coming in. Oyster River's going to hold on for second. Portsmouth third.
Wyndham 43-60.
Wow.
Oyster River 44-33.
So Wyndham
Portsmouth
knocks over a second from their PR.
44-75.
Yeah, everything clicked on that one,
Yeah.
especially on the the third handoff.
Yeah. Yeah. The
46-69.
anchor got that baton so cleanly. 43-60. Yeah, they came in with a 44-7 seed time.
From the other heat, Plymouth will be getting 4th place.
There we
with
go.
46-43, and Kingswood will be getting 5th place with 47-03.
First one of the meet. Slow heat displacing the faster teams. Supposedly faster teams.
In the 400, it's just like the relay. We're running heats. So there's 3 heats. The best 6 times from all the heats take the places.
So top seed in this event is Corinne Robitaille, sister of Julia, twin sister of Julia. Allard is also seeded in this as the number 2 seed, but we have yet to see her run. So we'll be wondering about that third heat.
Are you going to use the ones that you're using the post, or do you just want the other copy posts?
First heat's got a pair of Oyster River runners. Seemingly endless chain of 400-meter runners that Oyster River has. They have 1, 2, 3, 4 athletes in this event. Right now they're 1 and 2 in this heat. That's Lydia Hoffman and Jennifer Natick. Natick is a freshman rather.
Oyster River girls, 1-2.
So freshman senior right there. 61, holy cow. That's a 4-second PR for Jennifer Natick.
61-58. Hoffman, Oyster River.
Probably going to end up
Gonna have to watch that time.
Yeah, she might place out of that.
Wow.
63-80. Bandler, Hanover, 64-08.
Freshman, too.
Brookline, 64-75.
Good chance she's going to place out of there.
Jones, Sauhegan, 65-77.
Nothing like dropping a 4-second PR at your state meet.
Yeah. Even if she doesn't, that's a good PR.
Yeah.
Yep.
$61.58 for Natick. That puts the pressure on these girls from
that's
here
what-
on out.
And that's what you want right there.
I would like all girls in the 300-meter hurdles to check in at this time, please. All girls in the 300 meters.
Yeah.
She hasn't raced at all. She's supposed to be in the 100 and the.
Yeah, she didn't do the 4x1 or
She's out. I have no idea. I could go ask. Want me to go ask? I'll text you.
If she's scratched from the 100, she has to be out of everything.
I can see what happens so you guys can say it. I'm not getting or receiving texts at all. So.
Yeah, the service here isn't very good. So being reminded that by pulling out of the 100, Christina Allard's out of the meet now.
Right.
The scratch rule is in effect. This is Eleanor Zwart. So Oyster River wins the first heat, and they'll win the second heat. 61:08.
61:08, huh?
61:04. Wow.
61:04. Rippinger, Portsmouth, 62:51. Jones, Sauhegan, 63:20. Smith, Hanover, 63:88. Vandermoor, Plymouth, 64 flat. And Garland, Conval, 65:62.
I don't want to touch that. I was going to say I could open up the browser, but.
Oyster River.
Eleanor Zwart. So they got a 61.5 in the first heat, 61 flat in the second heat. They've got the top two times, and they both could knock out some of the runners in this heat.
Third and final heat, girls 400. Williams from Milford.
So
Sawyer,
Allard's not going to be in this heat, so there's only 5 going to be running.
So someone's going to place.
Allard,
Yeah.
Sanborn, and Marsh, St. Thomas.
Do I see somebody in lane 5?
It's a blonde girl.
That looks like Christina Allard, but I'm not sure why she's allowed to run if she's scratched out of the 100.
Yeah.
She's in lane 5. Yeah. That's her. Out in lane 5, she's ahead right now, winning this.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what the deal is with that.
I mean, the rule is if you scratch an event, you're supposed to be out of the rest of the meet.
I mean, it might be saying we don't know.
Right.
She had scratched in the seating meeting. And
Yep.
we don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the same thing happened
Yeah.
with Concord last night with their 4x100. Wasn't in there, and then they added, so you don't know. Yep.
Yeah. So Allard,
Better keep holding on.
yeah,
Robitaille's
Robitaille's coming
hard.
though. 58.
That's Allard from Sanborn Regional. 58.
Robitaille 58.5.
Robitaille from Manchester West. 58-57.
So-
Marsh from St. Thomas. 59-60. 3 girls under 60 seconds. Williams from Milford. 60:00.01.
But as we expected, Zwart and Natick both place.
From Oyster River in Heat 2 is going to place 5th overall with a 61:04. And Natick from Oyster River, who won the very first heat, is going to place 6th with 61:58.
So that's rare coming out of the slowest heat. Yeah.
Because you got to fit it in with
Right.
Yeah. So first heat scoring.
Results when they come up. Because it's done. Otherwise, if I had to read every running event when it comes in too, I couldn't
Yeah.
keep up with the heats. But
So exciting. That's why they run the state meet.
Yeah.
61:58 coming out of the first heat and scoring sixth place. It's a 4-second PR. Yeah.
4-second PR.
4-second PR coming in. So, see if the boys can match that excitement. So we'll be looking for Stephen Duckett coming out of the second heat. He is the top seed in this event.
Yeah, he popped the 49 down in Laos.
49.7. Yep.
Nancy Eastman, please report to the Lancer timing van. Nancy Eastman, please, to the Lancer timing van.
Looks like
Last 100.
Quinn Cerami from Wyndham.
400.
He's got a full head of steam coming in.
Sarami from Wyndham and Wagmuller from Clonval.
52, just under 53.
Sarami from Wyndham, 52.92. Wagmuller from Clonval, 53.41. Hall from Souhegan, 53.88. Trickner from Lebanon, 54.12. Garcia from Milford, 54.58. And McGuire, Hollis Brookline, 55.11. With all boys in the 300-meter hurdles, please check in at this time. All boys in the 300-meter hurdles.
Oh, wow. I
Yeah.
never saw that.
I didn't see that either. Well, apparently Christina Allard false started in the trials. I don't remember seeing her line up, but
We really can't see that good.
right, right.
She was probably there and then not there.
Yep.
Well, that hurts some point-wise, though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
She was like the top seed.
I mean that took Sanborn kind of out of the team title though. So we've only got 2 heats of the boys.
Glad you said that. I didn't notice it.
That's Duckett. He's already into first place with 160 meters to go.
In the boys, there is only 2 heats, so this is in fact the seeded heat.
Be fun to see him and Woodman going head-to-head next week.
Yeah, it will be.
Well, the clock on the screen says 42, but that's not right. 49, 45.
49:45. Prince from Portsmouth, 52:39. Stone from Hollis Brookline, 52:58. Fourth is Leahy from Goffstown, 52:81. Fifth is Manning from Oyster River, 52:93. Sixth is Batu Ane from Conval, 53:72. However, Sarami from Wyndham from the first heat will place 4. I'm sorry, will place 6th in that. Sarami from Wyndham will take the 6th place.
So that's like almost a 3-second win for Duckett.
Yeah,
So that would be a good
Yeah,
matchup
3
between
seconds.
him and Woodman.
yeah. I mean, they're the only 2 right now who've gone under 50 seconds.
Oh, a kid from Exeter did also.
Oh,
Next
right,
on
right.
the track will be the girls 300-meter hurdle. Girls 300-meter hurdle.
That'll be a good race.
Yep.
I still think Woodman's the
Woodman,
class.
I think, has. Yeah.
I think Woodman can break 48.
Yeah.
You know, he ran the 100 last night and everything else, but he's got a different gear. He's got another gear.
Yeah. I mean, 11.1 100 speed. That's not.
Yeah.
It's not common among quarter milers.
The other thing about Woodman is Woodman can run an 800 too.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure that Duckett can as
Yep.
well.
I have a finalist for the girls long jump.
So we got 3 heats of the girls hurdles.
Williams from Milford, Martin White from Portsmouth, Vigueras from Portsmouth.
Our top seed coming in, Elise Lambert of Souhegan, 47.88.
From Milford. And on Guy Wheel from Hanover, those are the 8 finalists in the long jump. Please report to the long jump pit at this time.
Our defending champion, well, actually, no, last year's champion, Grace Baker, she graduated. Her teammate, though, Sarah Morin, will be in that fast heat.
So you look at the state record.
Yeah, 43.54.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's just, she's in her own universe. And she could also run a 2, what'd she run, 212, 209? Yeah, in the 800. And she could run in the mid-55s in the 400. So she was just an outstanding all-around runner. All-around athlete, too.
Yep.
She was a long jumper. And you look at her, and she looked like a stiff wind might blow her over because she was so thin.
Wow, 41 to 40.
Wow.
Yep, so close.
Yep.
Portsmouth over Wyndham Co-Brown with 34 points. So 7 points
Yep.
separating the top 3.
Wyndham still got plenty of points left in the meet,
Yeah, Sawyer.
as does Co-Brown.
Sawyer's the favorite in the
Yep. 800.
800. Klaha's still going to score some points. He's going to score
Yeah.
30.
Orion's
So
got the 300
He's going to
coming
win.
up.
He should win the 300. Yeah. Yeah.
And there's a discus thrower, John Thorne, in the discus. And 3,200 with we got Star, Tangway. And Portsmouth doesn't have any in the 32.
You have David Reynolds who'll be
Merrimack Valley, yeah.
he'll be fresh.
Well, St. Laurent's coming to doubling back to the 32. But you look at the 200. Wyndham's got 2 guys in the fast heat.
I know. I felt like Wyndham was being overlooked, but
Yeah. And Wyndham's got one of the top 4x4 times also. What we got for field events? We've still got discus running. Looks like we've got girls shot put still. Boys high jump is just getting underway.
Portsmouth will score some points in the high jump.
Yep, they will. All right, first heat of the girls 300 hurdles is off. Portsmouth has 3 girls in this heat. They've got 5 in the event altogether. Portsmouth has a mix of seniors and freshmen in this event. This is always another one of those good events where somebody in the slow heat can come out and win.
Exactly.
Pick up points.
It's a big time.
Win your
event.
heat.
Ken.
See what her time is.
That's Getman from Portsmouth, 52:05.
52. Yeah, it's going to take close to 50 seconds to score in this heat, in this event.
52:78. Dickinson, Portsmouth, 54:25. Potter Schwartz from Portsmouth, 55:58.
So 2-second PR for her. But I think it's going to take close to 50 seconds to place in this event. Our second heat. Murphy, Heinrichsen, Ehlers, Weeks, Irving, and Barham. A lot of Weeks from Portsmouth. That's the third. There's 2 boys and a girl that I've seen so far.
Yeah, it's kind of a popular name in Portsmouth. There's a lot of them. The Portsmouth Greenland area is a lot of Weeks.
A lot of Weeks, yeah.
Wants to see you. She'll meet you down by the pole vault pit. Kenny Shaka, please. Coaches and spectators, you are not supposed to be on the infield. Coaches and spectators should not be on the infield.
This is April Weeks from Portsmouth.
This is the second heat of the girls' 300 hurdles.
It's good. She's getting them in stride. She's really feeling this race, though. Good finish. She went under 50. That could score.
From Portsmouth, 49.56. Ehlers from Sanborn, 51.74. Barham from Souhegan, 51.80. Irving from Merrimack Valley, 52.08. Henrichen from Co-Brown, 52.48.
It's a good meet to have your PR for the year.
52.74. Next is the seeded heat. I would like all girls in the 800 meters.
Got Stafford, Butcher, Koval, Lambert, Morin, and Fisher.
To check in.
So with that 49.5 from April Weeks,
She'll have a good shot.
she's got a shot.
Yep. It always does. Took a couple seconds off her time.
I'd always rather be one of the preferred runners in the slower heat than out in lane 6.
Yeah. Yep.
At least Lambert is our top seed coming in.
You get a bad wind in there. So if the wind, this can be the hardest event on the track. If the wind's coming in your face.
Yeah.
Because you come off the corner.
And it pushes you back.
Right.
And now you hit hurdle.
Now you got to get over hurdle, yeah.
And all of a sudden your steps are gone.
Looks like Lambert's got the lead.
Slight lead, yeah. She's being challenged, though, by
yeah,
Morin.
Portsmouth, yep.
Morin's,
Portsmouth's got the lead now.
yeah,
Lambert's got a good finish.
yeah. She hits him in stride, yeah. That's it.
And that's what happens. The girls in the other heat, they lay off the gas
Yeah, they
pedal,
do.
and the other ones
Yeah.
sneak in. It's all
Lambert
this.
from South
Yep.
Egan, 47.15. Morin from Portsmouth, 48.36.
Yeah. 4th place.
Fisher from Oyster River, 49.22. Koval from Merrimack Valley, 50.19.
That helps out Portsmouth a lot.
Stafford from Hanover,
They go now 2nd and 4th.
And Butcher from Oyster River, 50.73. Weeks from the second heat. Weeks from Portsmouth ran 49.56, and she'll place 4th overall.
Yep.
Next will be the boys.
Yeah, those
There's only
5th and 6th
2
runners in the
heats
fast
boys.
heat, they think they have everything all locked up,
Yeah,
but
they don't.
they kind of shut it down. And
It's my biggest pet peeve. Run through the finish.
yeah,
Another 5
Yeah,
yards isn't going to kill
don't
you.
jog.
No.
Yeah,
I saw that happen in the 800 last night, and the boys, and next thing you know, 2 Pinkerton guys
from the previous heat,
Yep.
end up scoring.
ended up scoring a disqualification. It was an 8-point difference between Pinkerton and Concord on that. Larry and I were doing the math, and that's not good. Especially if it was a closer meet, and at that point in time, it was very close.
And that kind of has ripple effects for the rest of the meet for those 2 teams.
Lost Division 1, Portsmouth, 1995 or 6 by 3 points. And Mortimer got disqualified in the 800 because he and Downen were in this battle running like 155, and they're going down last straightaway. And Mortimer's inside him, and he keeps moving him out. Just keeps moving him out.
Yeah.
And of course, Downing is going like this the whole time
Right.
too, but they don't worry about that.
Yeah.
The squad, he wins it. The squad win last 10 points, we lost by 3 points.
Yeah. That's a tough way to lose.
First change.
That's John Eli from Pelham.
Hey, he looked good.
Yeah.
Battled all the way through.
44. That could place.
Eli from Pelham, 4401.
That could place.
Gonzalez from Portsmouth, 4417. Whitworth.
And when you see their time going just above the,
It's only 2 heats.
it's only 2 heats.
53. And Palermo from Portsmouth, 4713.
'Cause I'll mark my words, someone will come off the throttle
Yep.
right now.
Yep, and it's usually the 5th or 6th seed guy in that fast heat. Take the foot off the gas. Yeah, anytime there's multiple heats, you can't ever lay off.
Got to go through. You know, you want to look at the exchange zone
Yep.
beyond the finish line. It's not going to
Yep.
kill you. Just run to that.
That's why they have the beyond the finish is a straight chunk of tar. I always run right through there. Run past the finish line.
Usually approaches, they get to 400 or something. Telling a kid to let up at the end.
Yeah.
Save. How much are you saving?
Right.
You never know what's going to happen.
You never know. Just you run through.
So here's Klahar
This is
going
the
for his
senior
3rd
heat,
win of the day.
The boys' hurdles. There's 2 missing.
2 missing in this race.
1 missing.
One missing.
2. 1. Right. There's 1 missing.
Klaha's got got a lead.
Looking smooth.
This is where he really gets strong.
Yep. He just pours it on right here at the end.
I'll tell you what,
He's
the other
being
kid's getting-
challenged, though,
He's
from,
being challenged hard. It's going to force him to run a good time.
Yep. That's from John Stark.
Yes. Nice
Patrick
job.
Caleb.
That's Clacker from Cole Brown, 4119. Caleb from Stark, 4135. Weeks from Portsmouth, 4324. Cody from Oyster River, 4360. O'Malley from Portsmouth, 4379. And Eli from Pelham, from the first
No,
heat,
and there was
4401, will capture the 6th place.
Yep.
I would like all
That empty
boys
heat.
in the 800 to check in at this time, please. All boys in the 800.
Empty lane. You can't place if you don't run.
But you know that this thing's going on. We don't have to get that all.
We got the girls 800, and I see the last name Duty from Oyster River.
There's his sister.
Lily. Yep.
So we got 2 heats here.
2 heats. Yep.
This is usually where someone comes out to. You know,
Yeah. Well, you look at the seed times coming in.
they're
the
all very
top
close.
seed of this heat, very close to the bottom seed of the fast heat. Just win your heat. That's all you can do.
Got to run the race that you're in. Love the one you're with. Run the race you're in. Just get out there and lay it out there.
So we got Garner from Hanover, Duty from Oyster River, Malone from Coe-Brown, Lenk from Oyster River, Matsis from Milford, Brandon from St. Thomas, Thelamark from Kennett, Hagstrom from Portsmouth, and Thompson from St. Thomas.
Telemark, almost like Telemark.
Yeah.
Skiing. Big ski area that we're in.
Yep.
Remember last year we had the kid that was named after a beer or something?
Oh, yeah.
Something Meister.
Oh, man, I can't remember
He
that
was
name
good. He
now.
was
Yeah,
Connecticut,
no, he
right?
was.
Yeah.
Yes, he was.
This girl's taking it out.
Something Ogenschlager or
Yeah.
something like that. Orenschlager.
He's fast.
Yeah, he was. Lautenschlager.
Lautenschlager, right. Oh, have me a Lautenschlager.
I'm one of those waiting for me after the meet's over.
Look at these times that have been running. Hannah's time is 2:08, and then last year 2:13. I mean, that doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, and we've had like one or two broken 220 this
Yeah, right. And then that wasn't that one race. There were like 4 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish she was running last year.
Yeah.
I think she would have been right there with him.
So this is Garner going through at
472.
112, 224 pace. And she's setting herself up for a good,
No, this race
a
is
good
staying
finish.
tight. This race is staying tight. There's going to be some high places coming
Yeah.
out here.
I mean, you look
Either
at
high
the,
places or fast times.
look at the seed. I mean, the seed times obviously don't mean a whole lot, but you know they're going out at 224 pace, puts them right in the mix of the top 6 times.
And when it stays tight like that, you force a good time.
Yeah. This is, I think, Ashley Matsis who's taking the lead now. Nope, that's Oyster River.
So duty.
That, well, Duty or Lenk, one of the two. That's Lily Duty. She obviously got to see her sister Megan run many times
Oh,
here.
look at her, though, huh?
Yeah.
Maybe coming into her own.
Yep. 225.
25, 3-second improvement.
Yeah.
That's Duty from Oyster River, 2:25:57. Garner from Hanover, 2:26:09. Link from Oyster River, 2:27:73. Brandon from St. Thomas, 2:29:29. Hagstrom from Portsmouth, 2:29:69. And Matsis from Milford, 2:29:72.
A good chance two
Yeah.
of those are going to come out of there.
Yeah.
But you never know. We'll see.
I mean, you're a kid coming onto an Oyster River team. Your last name is Duty. What do you think the odds that coach was going to put you in the 800?
Yeah. I don't know. There's a Tangway kid at Cole Brown. I'm still waiting.
Cody,
for his,
yeah.
I'm still waiting for the younger brother to realize he's got something in his genes.
Yeah, I think he's purposefully avoiding those events.
Yeah.
He's doing like pole vault and all these other
Believe
things.
me, I tried to get him out for cross country too.
Yeah.
In the 200 meters, should check in.
All right, final the fast heat now.
Girls in the 200 meters. This is
Corinne Robitaille is the top seed here, coming in with 219. Jane Layton of Sauhegan with 220.
Corinne Robitaille just got second place in the 400. That wasn't that long ago.
No, it wasn't.
She ran a 58 change.
So right now this is in seeded order. Robitaille, Layton, Romano, and O'Connor. But all these girls are coming back. This is their second or third event. Layton anchoring her team's 4x8.
That's Robitaille and Layton coming up on the 400 meters. 400 meters, 68.
Went out
69,
68.
70.
This could be a really, really fast race.
Yeah.
They have to battle like this. No one gets a chance to rest.
Yep.
No one gets a chance to come off the gas pedal. Stride for stride, they're matching each other.
Right now, the dangerous spot to be in is that 6th position, though. You're so far out of it, you're at risk of, like you said, taking your foot off the gas.
Cole Brown girl's making
There's
a move.
O'Connor making a move. Yep. She had won the Seacoast 800 last week. 225.
This is a good race.
Yeah. Robitaille and Leighton.
This is going to force a really nice time.
Yep. They'll both be under 220.
Nice. Third place is coming up.
Yep.
She's going to take down her.
1, 2, and
wow,
3.
Close.
Cole Brown
Should be a
goes
good time.
4 and 5. Yep. So I don't know. That 225 may not score.
Leighton from Souhegan, 219.47. O'Connor from Cole Brown, 221.89.
Nope, not going to score.
22.58, and Baker from Portsmouth, 222.80. Those are the top 6 in the event.
All right, the 800.
Yep.
This is a good one.
Yeah, we're watching Spencer Sawyer, and we'll see Wyatt Pooler. Porter Higas also. Ryan Prinz is in this. He just actually was in the 400 also.
Hey, Robitaille just did it.
Yeah.
It's his issue. Let's go.
Yeah.
Lay it out there.
Noah Strout also coming back from his 4x8 performance. He had a very strong anchor leg for Oyster River.
Colm saying he
Yeah.
might be fresh.
There he goes. He is. Yeah, Hanover did not have a boys 4x8.
Yeah, so he's the fresh one.
And that looks like Emmanuel Nadayo from Trinity leading him, who would also be fresh. He's done nothing up, hasn't done any other events. So Nadayo and Sign. Sawyer's right there with him.
Leisure's cashed out.
Yeah, 59 went through at the split there.
Tell you, it's going to be a two-guy race here.
Yeah.
See what Spencer's got in the tank.
Yeah.
Starting to make his move now. He's running 155. Hanover's going right for it, though.
Yeah. Conval.
Oh, we got
That's,
a little contact here,
Evan
maybe?
Coyne into
like-
third. Sign and Sawyer. Sawyer, here we go, coming off the turn. Got to be careful he doesn't trip him. Good finish here from Spencer Sawyer.
Double winner, chicken dinner.
Double winner, chicken dinner is right.
How about Conval coming up, too?
157.
Wow. That's nice.
Yeah.
Sawyer from Winthrop, 157.90. Sign from Hanover, 158.98. Coin from Conval, 200.37.
I mean, that's basically the equivalent of what.
Nadayo.
Nadayo from Trinity, 203.76. Kermack from Trinity, 204.04.
Higas.
Higas from Cole Brown, 205.22. All boys in
But
the 200.
Colmsane made that race happen.
Sure did.
He went out 59.
That's what I want in the 800. None of this 61 stuff.
Yeah.
Get out there.
Go for
58 or 59. Lay
Yeah,
it out there.
right.
Put some money in the bank and cash it in.
Yep. And then, I mean, Sawyer basically replicates what Jacob Winslow did last night.
Right. Actually, a little bit better. Well, yeah.
Winslow went
yeah.
419, right?
Right. 419. Yeah. So give or take, they're both about the same.
Yeah.
That's right. Winslow was a 159, 158, and
Yeah.
a 419.
Yeah.
So 157 and a 421. So yeah, exactly.
So now we're going to switch gears and move our starting line over to the 200. So we got 3 heats, both of boys and girls. Yep, Sawyer really helping out his team right there. 10 big points. Portsmouth comes up with nothing in that event. It looked like maybe that was a little bit too much for Prinz.
Well, he hasn't been really racing a lot all year. So I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah,
but
he finished way back in the pack. Cobrown pulled out 6th place there with Higas. All I see in this girls 200 is Oyster River and Portsmouth. Portsmouth has 1, 2. Oyster River has 5 runners. First 2 heats are almost all Portsmouth and Oyster River runners. Hey, look at how many freshman girls there are in this 200. They got 2 in the fast heat, 3 in the second heat, and 1 in the first.
quite a few.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Now, on the boys' side, sprints are a big difference. Yeah.
So do we have Allard in here?
Allard is in the 3rd heat.
Third heat.
This is way longer time than we've ever seen before in between heats. This is very uncharacteristic.
I went to Stevens to pick up. Really? 1965, I was a state champion in cross country at Stevens High School.
No kidding.
It was 53 years ago.
So you've been to Valley News probably?
I used to read. Talking about Daily Eagle.
Right, of course.
Is that around anymore?
Yeah, they went under and then they recently.
Yeah, I knew they pulled at one point.
First heat.
I know the area.
We got Bennett, Lawrence, Mom White, Natick, Gordon, and Phillip.
This is the first heat, girls.
First of 3 heats. That looks like it's going to be Gordon. Nope. Mom White.
Mom
Acadia Mom White.
Portsmouth, 2694. Gordon, Oyster River, 2701. Natick, Oyster River, 2735. Florence from Portsmouth, 2777. Bennett from Pembroke, 2789. And Philippi from Wyndham, 2851.
Gordon's first name is Laurel, but I heard Yanni. You probably don't get that reference, do you, Jimmy?
No, I do.
Oh, you do.
Yes. I saw that stupid thing.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
What was the other thing you could
Laurel
hear?
and
Laurel,
Yanni.
yeah. Yeah, it's funny. One of my sons could hear one, and the other one
Yeah,
could see the other
yeah.
one. Yeah, I did. I always thought it was Laurel and Hardy. You probably don't get that one.
I get that one. We got 3 Oyster River runners in this second heat. Twombly, McLean, and Concannon. Devin McLean coming off of her second place finish in the 400.
Girls, second heat.
That's Concannon.
You're going to 1-2 in this. What's
Yep.
the river?
That's Twombly.
Gianna
from Oyster
Twombly.
River, 2682. Concannon
2690.
from Oyster River, 2690. McLean, Hanover, 2708. Smoker,
They had
Plymouth,
McLean and McLean in the same
2709.
heat again.
McLean, Oyster River, 2731.
McLean and McLean couldn't hold
I
it
think
for the
they
200.
set
They
that
could
up
hold it
on
for the 100.
purpose to put them in the same heat.
I guess they're both better 100-meter runners.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
So, Twombly and Concannon were both Oyster River, correct?
Yep.
Both putting up better than their seed times coming in. So last heat has no Portsmouth or Oyster River, but it has a Robitaille. Christina Allard, Bianca Williams, Gwyneth Dollinger, Adrian Bevins, and Michaela Canu.
Allard's out to the early
Yep.
lead.
This is Williams' only race of the
So
day.
someone missing in there. There's only 5.
Yep. That's
Williams looks like she's going to take
Yep.
this one.
Yep. Just nips Christina Allard at the line.
Williams from Milford, 2555. Allard, Sanborn,
Her mom's right in front of us.
Yeah.
She's all happy.
Dallinger, Pelham, 2661.
So
Bevins from St. Thomas, 26.
2 of those girls from the second heat are going to place now.
3054. From heat 2, Trombley from Oyster River is going to finish 4th, and Concannon from
Williams
Oyster
is a
River
New England
finish 5th.
long jumper
Yep.
champion
Yep.
from this winter.
Heat 2 will capture the 4th and 5th spots.
So there we go again. Oyster River moving 2 girls up from the slower heat to score points. I'd like to, I don't know what the girls' team scoring is, but obviously Portsmouth is probably out ahead.
I have the results of the girls' javelin.
It's close between
In 6th place from Milford,
Portsmouth.
Pisanio.
Yeah.
In 5th place from Milford, Durham. In 4th place from Merrimack Valley, Hanson. In 3rd place from Plymouth, Meyer. In 2nd place from John Stock, Audette. And the winner.
In this first area of the boys, we have Cody of Trinity, Bojan of Plymouth Regional, Oglesley of Merrimack Valley, Tishner of Lebanon, Nicholas Earl of John Stark, and Pitts of Portsmouth.
Viscaderos from John Stark, 23.58. Bouchon from Plymouth, 23.92. Oglesby, Merrimack Valley, 24.17. Pitts from Portsmouth.
I'm glad we have the screen displaying their names because some of those I wouldn't even want to try.
Yeah.
And Cody from Trinity, 24.54.
You went to Spalding, right? So you'd have. Yeah. Did you go to Spalding?
I coached at Spalding.
Coached at Spalding.
Yep.
Where did you go to high school?
Merrimack Valley.
That explains that.
Yeah.
You gotta sound them out.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, actually, when I was at Spalding, two of the girls there were the Chatterton Richmond girls.
Yep. Oh yeah.
And that
Remember
was
them?
they would have filled up the whole entire screen with
All
their
these
last
hyphen
name.
names.
But they were studs. The two of them were outstanding hurdlers and long jumpers.
Is there ever been like a double hyphen?
I don't know. That's a good question.
There's the rules against that.
Well, given the way some people spell their, the alternative spelling of some of the first names, I don't think there are any rules.
So what do we have in this next heat coming up?
You got
Barber of Portsmouth, St. Ange of Goffstown, Caputo, Kennett, Manning of Oyster River, Garcia of Milford, and Bosco of Portsmouth. So it looks like Portsmouth's winning the boys and the
high
girls.
jump, boys high jump. They got second and third out of that. That really definitely helped them. But still plenty of events to be scored, so you can't be too confident. Got to finish every race.
This is going to be
Pudo from Kennett wins that heat.
This could be the last reign of terror for Portsmouth, anyways, with track. I think they're going to be moving back up to Division One.
Yeah.
I believe where they belong, where I was in Division One. I just don't agree with it. I've never.
So when you talk to them, does that does it kind of vacate the performances?
No, it doesn't vacate it, but I always think of Portsmouth as a bigger school. I'm
Right,
sorry,
right.
that's the way I feel. And there's no, being a Portsmouth alumni, and we always dominated in baseball, basketball, and track for all those years, and football. It's the way it is.
Girls meet's much closer.
Way closer.
Now it comes back to that 100-meter false start by Allard. They'd be up right now on Portsmouth, 52-49. Impressive, though, that even with that, Sanborn's still within striking range of Portsmouth and Oyster
So
River.
if she false starts in the 100, she can't move into another relay.
She can. She's still allowed to do 4 events.
She's still allowed to do 4 events?
Correct.
Yep.
She could do both relays and still be okay.
Oh.
Right.
Wow, this is a good one. Duckett's pulling it out right in the end.
Doucette and Duckett. That's Duckett right at the end there.
Duckett from Trinity, 22.06.
Doucette.
22.22. Garofano from Wyndham, 22.98. Williams from Wyndham, 23.33. Bogaman from Sanborn, 23.38.
So Wyndham's still able to pull 10 points out of that event.
How much
They
is Portsmouth up
They
by?
go third and fourth. Portsmouth's up by about 20, I think. But Wyndham just cut the deficit in half with that one race.
They don't really have a lot left either.
No, they don't. I mean, they've got a 2-miler, but he's likely not going to be a real factor.
Probably not top 3.
St. Laurent, he might pull like a 5th or a 6th. Probably not a top 3 though. Portsmouth has nobody in the 2-mile. Co-Brown's got the best in the best scoring position in the 2-mile. They got 2 guys in the top 4. Tangway and Kasich.
Wyndham, they have a good 4x4.
Yes, they do.
Portsmouth's going to have
Portsmouth's
a
going
good
to
one
have
too,
a good one.
so you're not going to get any points.
Will do.
But, you know, you never know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it could be.
Wyndham gets 10 points, and Portsmouth gets DQ'd for something. You never. Those are things that happen.
Well, you certainly don't want to take the chance and, like, you know, not run a hard 4x4.
Right.
Put, you know, some other guys. You put your studs in the race if they've got events left.
So we get the 3,200.
Yep. Robinson and Durham are back for their second races. Vaverka was anchored her team's 4x8.
Yeah, so she's probably the freshest out of everybody.
Yep. And Hurley, her teammate, is also in this race. I'd be looking actually at Danielle Slavin. She's fresh.
Yeah.
I have the results of the boys' polo. A tie for 6 between Patterson of Toe Brown and Sawyer of Wyndham. In 5th place, Thorne from Toe Brown. In 4th place, Badger from Kennett. In 3rd place, Strunsky from Portsmouth. In 2nd place, Paskey from Lebanon. And the winner.
Doesn't look too fast to me right now.
Jump of 13
Just getting up there.
feet 9 inches from Milford, senior William Shepard.
Yeah, pole vault results are a little bit older. Yeah.
Yeah, this is slow.
Only 11 events through. Yeah, I mean, this is
83, 84, 85, 86, 87. I have the results of the boys' high jump. There is no 6th place. 5th place is Wakeman from John Stark. 4th place is LaBelle Brown from
well, that's too bad when only 5 guys place in the high jump
Yeah.
because the others no height.
Duncan from Portsmouth. And the winner with a jump of 5 feet 10 inches from Plymouth Regional High School, senior Sam Ebner.
I mean, that shows you how much the high jump was affected by the rain. Winning jump was only 5'10".
Portsmouth 77, Wyndham 52 and a half, and Cole Brown 47 and a half.
So Wyndham's 25 out of first place now. They'll be 15 out after the 200 because Portsmouth didn't pick up anything in the 200.
Right.
Wyndham picked up 10. So they'll be 15 back after the 200.
Vaverka in the lead,
Yep.
followed by Robinson, Durham, Slavin.
That's Zlotnick and Cox and Rachel Hurley. Slavin, yeah. It's been about 4 of them, 3 or 4 of them. So Durham now taking over the lead from Vaverka.
So
you got
you would think
Robinson.
that Robitaille could just, you know, if she was in here, she could just hang out.
You'd think so, yeah.
As strong as she is. But West isn't really in the hunt for a,
They aren't. They
for a
aren't.
team title.
And she
so.
still has the option to run next week.
Right.
Although between the two of them, they've won 3 events, so
Right.
that's 30 points they put up. Think about if they each, you know, if they spread themselves over 5 or 6 events between the two of them, they could probably score 50 or 60 points. If you could just find
In indoor, they were like a force by themselves.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and indoor again lends itself more to those middle distance events with very few field events. Robinson now opening up a lead over the rest of the field.
Gorman from Kennett, Russo from Kingswood, Ugo from Milford, Barquette from Souhegan,
Robinson's really come into her own.
Yep.
Murray from Clonval, and Flagg from Portsmouth.
Still, though, Durham's dangerous if she's still anywhere near the front.
Addison Cox holding
Yep.
tight in top 4 with
With
Verka and Durham.
Verka. And Slavin and Zlotnick and Hurley are now falling back a little bit.
Coming up to the 1,600 meters split, halfway in this event.
Robinson.
Robinson from
Lauren.
Milford, 5:31,
Yep.
5:32,
11:04 pace.
5:34, 5:35, 5:36, 5:37.
So they're running good. After that first
Yep.
lap was a little slow. Now they're on track. They're gonna run a good one. Robinson's definitely getting some distance on the girl.
And she came in with 11:12 for her best time. She's under that pace right now. Durham, I believe, in finishing second to Robitaille last year, broke 11 minutes. She was like a 10:57, 10:58.
Addison Cox can hold right in there. She'll
Yep.
get a new PR. What's
Yeah,
gonna do
she
is
comes
just
in
hang
with
on.
a 11:36.
Just gotta the whole name of the game is stay connected for as long as you can.
Yep.
Because you don't know where the other kid's breaking point is. And the more you force the pressure on, the better your chances are to do well. So I try to tell my guys, I said, just stay. There's the finish line's with you.
Well, it's the word you keep using, the grinders.
Yeah.
You just got to grind it.
My son last night grinded his way, and he lost to Vorback, who ran an awesome race.
But
One
it was
second.
close. I was
Yeah,
gonna
it was
say
close.
it was under a second, right?
No, it was just a second. It
Yeah.
was a
Okay.
second. Actually, 1.02.
Okay.
And but he ran it like a perfect race to even be in contention with Vorbeck. I mean, Vorbeck's a 9:12 guy.
Yeah.
So, but that's how you do it. The 2 mile can be a little bit more strategy. And, when guys moved up, he just hopped on the freight train and went.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you do it. Well, those three are good. They're working together.
And Robinson's kind of she's probably out of their striking range now.
Yep.
Unless she takes her foot off the gas.
Done.
Addison's she needs to stay close to the Viverka though. She's in danger of really falling off now.
You just got to hold on for
Just
2
hold
more
on.
laps.
2 more laps. 800 meters.
Robinson's really hammering it.
She definitely isn't taking her foot off the gas.
Addison's fighting her way back in. She
Yep.
she got gapped. Now she's starting to. If she can stay that close with 1 lap to go, she can get back into the fight. Yep, coming up on 1 lap to go.
Yep.
Lauren Robinson leading the way. Lauren Robinson. She's crushing it.
She is. She's really crushing it. And her time coming in was 11:15. She's going to be under
Coming
that.
up with 1 lap to go, Lauren Robinson from Milford,
Yeah, she got second place.
So she's taking over for the others.
She is right on 10:55 pace right now. So she's on pace for a 20-second PR right now.
Slavin's starting to move
Yeah.
up a little bit. As
She
this
let
is
the
gonna-
race get away from her, though, at the beginning. Durham now has kind of dropped Vaverka. Robinson now weaving through the trail end of the pack and starting to lap these runners.
You know what? I'm impressed with Robinson.
She's going to be in the 10:55 range.
Chugging away.
Yep.
Good for her. Here we go. Well under 11.
Yep. 10:55. There we go.
Robinson, Milford, 10:55.44.
Durham into second. And then Vaverka third.
11:71.
And Addison Cox fourth.
This will be a new PR for her.
Yep.
Vaverka from Conville, 11:22.57.
Oh, whoa.
Cox from Co-Brown,
I think Zlotnick held her off. Nope. Slavin just nudges her.
11:32.48. And Zlotnick from Sauhegan,
11:32.
11:53.
A lot of good ones there.
Yeah.
How about this one? Every one of those top 6 were at my cross-country banquet.
Yep. That's pretty
Every one
good.
were all-staters. That's pretty good.
Yep. Huh. 2 PRs there.
Yeah. Some good ones.
I would now like all girls relay teams in the 4x400 to check in. All girls 4x400 meter relay teams, please check in at this time.
So the boys' race has the potential of moving Co-Brown back into second place ahead of Wyndham.
David
But they
Reynolds.
basically need to go 2-3 in order
Right.
to do that.
That's going to be tough.
It is going to be tough. Camstar didn't probably have the 1600 he was looking for, but you know, he was able to hang on for second place.
David Reynolds was fresh.
Yep.
Coming in the 942. Star's got all the experience in the world. Tangway's tough. He's got all the experience.
Coming off of 429 in
Yep.
the 16.
His best mile ever.
Kazik's fresh.
O'Brien's fresh.
O'Brien's fresh. Odebert was in the mile. St. Laurent was in the mile. He got fourth in the mile.
Matt Reynolds was in the 4x8. That's about it for guys that are probably going to compete.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you got to be close to 10 minutes if you're going to have any shot of placing here.
Should be an interesting race, though. You got your big 3.
Yep. Upperclassmen, as we'd expect, too. 11th, 12th graders. And then you got your up-and-comers, the 2 freshmen, Kazik and O'Brien.
Well, you'll be pleased to know, too, when I ask for help, I say I have to have a smart kid. So, okay, yeah, so that's how you're classified, okay? If they give me someone that can't figure things out, it doesn't
They started out quick, and then they slow it down,
Yeah.
the lull.
Yeah.
Say, I don't know why David Reynolds does that. Just you're the favorite.
Yeah. Put the pressure on the other
Yes.
guys that they got to
You
catch
go-
you. you're the favorite, and this is your first race of the day.
But no, you got a little freshman out there in front.
Yeah.
So I don't understand it. Not saying anything bad about David Reynolds, but David Reynolds, you're a 942 guy.
Yeah, I know.
You can run way faster than that.
Yeah.
Should stay bunch for quite a while. Coming up on the 400 meters. We've got 73,
Right.
74,
74.
75.
Yeah, so nothing great.
No. I mean, if you're
That's one thing I do like about Vorback. He gets out there and he forces the
does it,
pace.
yeah.
So everybody's going to run a fast race.
Yeah. I mean, if you're Cam Starr, you're actually liking this slow start.
Yeah,
because
blazing it.
you have probably the best kick
Right.
of the group. And there he goes. He's going to move right in position.
Cam Starr's clearly the most experienced. And,
Yeah.
then it would be Tangway.
Yep. Tangway's in a tough spot, though, right now. I don't even see him. Where is he? Is he not running it?
No, he's there somewhere. Yeah, he's right there.
Oh, all right. I see. He's caught in the wake of Cameron Starr.
You got Kasich and Reynolds leading the way.
Yep.
The whole pack are tight.
Yeah.
Meters,
Donovan from
230,
Trinity.
231, 232.
So, I mean, that's 10:08 pace.
Yeah. Jackie Gonkin ran that pace,
Yeah,
guys.
I know.
Let's go. Let's get it going.
What were we saying about Vanderslice that at Seacoast? He had to show up on Monday.
No, I don't want to.
He
You don't
had
go on
to
that road.
just show up
He's the
on
second
Monday after getting beat by a girl on his team.
No, he's the second fastest from Exeter. But hey, Jackie Gon is as good as any boy.
Yeah, well,
I know.
she proved it.
I know when I was growing up, I don't think I wanted to go toe to toe with Kathy O'Brien every day.
Going into Durham on a Sunday, go to the parking lot and meet Kathy be there. Her mother would drive her in. She'd jump out of the car, and they would go run 15 miles.
Yeah, she was
She'd
tough.
get warmed up or anything, and she'd be talking the whole way.
Yep.
And we had like all these talented people there, and I'm running along sucking wind. She's talking
Yeah, she's
15 miles.
she's still the best in my eyes. I did some training runs with her and Guy Stearns, and she's just crazy.
1200. Very tightly packed. 344, 345.
Yeah, I mean, there's still.
346.
Hair under 10-minute pace.
Yeah.
It's going to pick up, but
Yeah.
it's like,
That's 5 minutes.
yes.
Well, like when in the 1600, there were 216, and then he ran 421.
Right, they
Yeah.
dropped it down hard.
205.
David Reynolds likes to force it in the middle. He's sneaky fast.
Yeah.
I used to always move in the third quarter of the race, whatever it was,
Right.
because I didn't want to wait.
Yeah.
Waiting is trouble.
Yeah.
There's always something fast.
Someone faster.
So if you can get rid of them,
Right.
if you didn't get rid of them, then you're in trouble. But you're probably going to
I had a kid named Danny Godin I had to get away from. If I didn't get away from him, he'd get you.
absolutely.
He was a killer. You knew who had the real good kicks. Yep.
So Tangway's now moved up to the third. Running stride for stride with
Coming
Kasich,
up on the 1600.
with Reynolds,
Halfway.
Donovan behind them, then Cam Starr and Andy O'Brien. Those are top 6 right now.
458, 459, 5 minutes.
So still right
Second
under that
1600
10-minute
will be
pace.
faster than that.
You would expect the second half to be
Definitely
a
lengthening it
negative
up now.
split.
Boys, see what you
Yeah.
I want field events. Anything for it?
no field bets. 2 and 32.
Tangway's going to muckle right onto Reynolds' shoulder.
Star's going to move up and make this a 3-guy race.
Yeah, there we go. Tangway and Reynolds have gone head-to-head 3 times or at least twice before this race.
I have the girls' score.
And he's gotten the better of Evan both
50
times.
events. Milford, 54. Portsmouth, 49. Oyster River,
Star's patient.
Yep.
Just working his
He's
way
just
in.
working his way back.
Boys scores after 14 events. Remember, there are 18
He is the
events
defending
total.
champion from last year also. Ran 9:49.
Boys scores 14
Play
Andy
clock.
O'Brien making a bold move there, too, to go with him.
Cole Brown 47 and a half. Hanover 29.
He is. He's hanging tough.
Yeah. Could this be Andy's kind of coming out party?
This time I got your field man.
Very good, thank you. I have time here.
So the pace is definitely quickened.
Reynolds still in control.
Yep.
In sixth
Followed by
place,
Tangway,
Sixth
Starr, and
Ian.
O'Brien.
In fifth place from
Brian's
Lebanon.
starting to feel a little bit
Yeah,
now.
yeah, he is.
In fourth place
Kasich
from
in
St.
fifth, and
Thomas,
Donovan in sixth.
Mikulski. In third place from Portsmouth, Lawrence.
I think Star's just waiting.
Yeah.
Cole Brown, Collins. And the winner with a toss of 38
They got 3 laps to go.
11 inches,
2 laps now.
2 laps to go, I'm sorry. 2 laps to go.
Senior Kathy Merchant.
He might give it another 300 meters.
No really good kickers there.
Yeah.
But
Of the 3, Starr's got the best.
Star's got the best.
16 events.
If I was David Reynolds, I'd put in a gear here
Yeah.
somewhere.
You got to throw it.
Tangway, you got to do something too,
Yeah.
because you're playing into Star's hands.
Yes, they.
Oyster River.
And if Reynolds doesn't know that, he's got to be told that by
Reynolds,
his coach.
I think Reynolds has beaten Star once this year, but
Yeah.
once I'm sure it's going to happen again. But
Got 600 to go.
So who's in that group?
that's Reynolds,
Reynolds.
Tangway, and Star.
Star again.
Yep. There we go. It's going to shape up the good race.
The Star was hurt in the fall, right?
Yep.
Because he was all-state for me across country as a junior, and he didn't show up last year.
Right. He ran like one race, and then that was it.
Yep.
He came back a winner, okay.
Yep.
So he's going to make his move right now, it looks like. 400 to go.
400 to go.
So you make the move, you got to commit and go and not look back.
Tangway from Cole Brown with a 400 to
And
go.
there he goes.
That's our top 3.
Reynolds is going to try to match him.
Reynolds just got fast turnover.
Yeah.
He's not. He's
Got
deceptively
long legs.
fast.
Yeah.
He went right there. There's the right down the side.
Yeah.
For somebody who's got as long leg as he does, he moves him over quick.
Good shit place.
Oh, Reynolds, here we go.
Yep. I don't think Star's
No.
going to give this up.
Nope, no, he's not.
Reynolds, Mermaid Valley, Star from Kellogg.
Reynolds is going to
He's
have
got-
one
he's
more.
got one more shot right here off the turn.
Reynolds is going to. Oh, this is
He's
close.
going to hold him.
The barn
They are
burner.
fighting to the end.
Yep. Star's taking this one.
Yep.
Star and
Yep.
Reynolds. Tangway,
Starr
Cole
defends
Brown.
his title from last year, 940.
Star, Pelham, 940.
Yeah, so they went out in the first 16 at 5 minutes, and
Reynolds,
second
Mermaid
one was
Valley,
440.
940, 69. Tangway, Cole Brown, 949.02. O'Brien, Oyster River, 958.10. Donovan, Trinity, 959.46. Kasich, Cole Brown, 10:07.40. Starr and Reynolds ran their second 1600 in 4:40. Their first 1600 was 5 minutes. The second one was 4:40.
Yep.
I would like all boys.
So
relay
Andy
teams
O'Brien
in the
joins the
4x400
freshman sub
to check
10 minute
in
club.
Yep. Only 2 of them this year.
Yeah,
Boys relay teams, please.
958. Cam Starr defending his title from last year.
We need an EMT over by the long jump area, please.
that boys or girls long jump?
Well, that was a good race by Starr. Reynolds.
Yeah. I mean, going out slow like that, you knew it wouldn't last
Oh, you
the
knew
whole
it- yeah.
race. At some point, they were going to separate.
You know, Tangway should have been the one
Who made the move first?
he had.
yeah,
He
yeah,
knows
really
he's
had
not
to.
going to kick with those two guys.
Right.
Right.
No, he had
He needs to figure out a 600-yard kick and just grind.
or even 800-yard kick. Just go 2 laps ahead.
Even well before the 600. Like with throw a big burst,
Right.
for a whole
Yeah.
lap,
Throw a-
maybe 3 laps to go.
Yep.
Just to get rid of some people.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yep. Right.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes they just they think
That's
they're-
what it takes.
Yeah, so do that in the 6th.
Yep.
In the 7th, you can cruise a little bit.
Right.
See who's still
Yeah.
with you.
Yeah, if you don't have 5th gear, it doesn't matter how long you wait.
If you don't get rid of them,
yeah.
Yeah, you gotta
you got to get rid of them.
you gotta throw them in the meat grinder. Just go. Starr had a really good will to win on that one.
He did. Yeah, he fought off Reynolds twice on that last turn. So our last track event of the day, it's a girls 4x4.
Each girl runs 1 lap. There are 3
Team
heats
scores
based
Team
on
scores
time.
for girls.
So 6 places again, like the last few events, comes by combining all the teams together.
Yep. We still got long jump though, girls long jump going. Still 2 field events out there.
See, I don't know what, right now, why they're not starting. Okay, the kids are out there. The stylists are there. I'm not sure what they're waiting for. That's what's been happening every event.
Right.
Okay. So really close meet on the girls' side. Portsmouth 55, Milford 54 with 2 events to go. Oyster River's in 3rd with 45. Sanborn in 4th with 43.
Milford's got the best long jumper. So,
Yep.
And they probably
Yep.
got a really good 4x4.
Decent. They'll be in the fast heat. Portsmouth also.
Yep.
Sanborn and Oyster also. The top 4 teams are all in the last heat of the 4x4.
With the Oyster River coach, please report to the long jump at this time. The Oyster River coach, please to the long jump.
Oyster River doesn't have any long jumpers. I think triple jump's already been scored though.
They were all lined up a second ago.
Yeah.
Was maybe someone on the track.
I think they needed actually an ambulance.
Oh, yeah. Oh, boy.
They're holding it for it.
Well, guess what? The ambulance is going to very quick.
Where we are? Yeah, no, not where we are.
Oh, it is?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that's
okay.
right.
Oh,
It's
there
parked
is
right
one.
near our
That's
trailer.
what it is, isn't it?
Yeah, it's right there.
Yeah.
Say, getting one in, we're going to take a while.
Yeah.
Now we got a little bit of screen.
Larry, want some of my bacon things I brought?
I don't. I think they're his anyway.
I brought.
Now, this is.
So Oyster River doesn't have any long jumpers.
Oh, really?
If she got hurt, it wasn't.
So just a quick hold on the track while we wait for an injury that happened in the field.
Looking at somebody who's lying on the ground.
Knowing the earth through, it's probably him. He was running around
I
with
know.
no shoes.
In
You
the-
see him with no shoes?
Oh, yeah.
Joe?
He always
But again, you don't do that. How do you tell your kids?
So again, the girls 4x4 will be the last event on the track for the girls.
They're going to get hurt.
First section is Pembroke, Halls, Brookline, Kennett, Kingswood, and Lebanon. Can kind of see in the picture girls striding out, making sure to stay nice and warm during this lull.
Well, go to the beach, run in the sand down near the water.
Oh, she got hit with a disc.
Yes. Some go back It's. Do you see the bench over there?
Oh yeah.
It's right there.
How did she?
So she probably got hit and maybe
Oh, in the
stumbled.
bull.
Get a little bit of a clap going. It's a good sign for that athlete over there.
Oh, way back. Conquest.
So again, this is the Division II championship meet up in at Kennett, Conway, New Hampshire area.
The dog is walking across the
Weather-wise, no real wind, but it's been kind of a little bit muggy and a little bit of rain throughout the day.
state back in the 1970s. A kid
Got a very close meet going on for the girls' side of things.
came out, and that's when they began to game one.
And again, today's meet and meet hub is brought to you by TB Taylor Building and Remodeling. Of course, the meet hub is for all 3 state meets. Division 1 was run last night. You can go on to the meet hub, see that whole race again. In addition to that, we'll have D3 race, and of course this is the D2 race. We also have interviews from each race, as well as some photos and recaps.
I've been at college meets twice. One time I saw someone throw the hammer, and there was a car packed up there, and it hit the side, and the ball in the
We will be back again next week at Meet of Champions in Merrimack.
yeah, the guy let it go sideways.
Live streaming again from that facility.
There was a tree branch that big around, chopped it right off. That would take your arm off, right? Yeah. Your leg. Oh, your leg. Or your whole chest. Yeah, you have 2 pieces put it back together. When
I have the finalists for the boys triple jump. Leahy from Goffstown. St. Ange from
Do have a
Goffstown.
cart entering the infield now. Not that we will show that. We will not. Take care of that athlete. So that does tell us that we'll be a couple minutes away from the girls 4x4 getting going.
Brown from Oyster River. Boganum from Sanborn. And Eben from Plymouth. Those are the finalists.
Again, we're here at Kennett High School.
Triple
Kennett
jump.
has done a phenomenal job with their facility as they did last year. Absolutely beautiful facility.
So you-
Amazing volunteers all around.
You always wonder why a track and field coach would have to take a concussion course. Well, now you know why. The probability of it happening is pretty small, but it can happen. And I can imagine with the ground being wet, the discuses are probably wet, and it might have just slipped right out of her hand, his hand.
Yeah, I was over watching some of the discus earlier. I think it was the second flight's first throws, and I saw 1 or 2 guys in the circle, and with their spin, they were just slipping out. It's wet. You can't get your shoes dry at this point. So it's.
And even the towels they're using are probably just totally soaked.
Yeah, there's a towel right when you go in that you can kind of wipe your feet off on, but it's hard to imagine it's doing a whole lot.
I was going to say, it's only going to be dry for the first flight of girls, let alone the boys at this point.
And then you're still dealing with the circle itself getting the same rain anyway, so unless that's toweled off, that's another point of moisture.
But it's also another good reminder why they don't want people on the infield.
I mean, that's a giant section.
The announcer here has been telling coaches and officials to get off the infield all meet.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, 'cause look at the cage. They got a great cage.
It's a good reminder.
So we do see right now in picture, girls staying loose, having a little bit of a dance party amongst their own teams.
Yep.
Do what you got to do to make sure you're staying warm, relaxed for this.
Yeah.
Relax being the key word, because you can't get too nervous about it, especially something like this that
Well,
you
you have
can't
no
you can't
control
expect.
over it.
You can't
Yeah.
expect it.
It's beyond your control, so you just got to make the best of the situation.
Absolutely. You do see the cart leaving the field now. And looks like the girls are getting some instructions. Might be told, yep, looks like we're all going to our lines now. So the race should begin in just a moment. Might do a little refresher on some of the rules for those second runners. Of course, everyone at this point is pretty familiar, I'd say, with the procedure.
Yeah, they do a standard 2-turn stagger here, so nothing that we haven't seen many times before this year. Feel bad for whoever that was that hit the girl, because he's probably feeling really bad now. And now he's got to go back and try to throw the discus again. Well, it hasn't deterred the coaches, who are still intent on standing there near the long jump runway. Still a good crowd of them standing there.
Yeah, you get the coach's box right in that area in between.
Is that the coach's box for the jumps or the?
So both coaches'
discus?
boxes are in that area. The discus one you can see now, as we do see the commands for our runners right now. And they're off again.
First
This is
heat.
Pembroke, Hollis Brookline, Kennet, Kingswood, and Lebanon. 4x4, 4 girls, each running 1 lap. Total distance of 1,600. And should be pretty quick. We do expect this group to be right around that 4:30, 4:40 area. Kennet coming in ranked first in this section with 4:29.95. Kingswood 4:32.38. Hollis Brookline 4:43.35. Lebanon 4:46.47, and Pembroke 4:50.53. Again, though, this is state meet. Anything can change. Some of these athletes have done numerous events. Some are completely fresh if you have a kind of a relay specialist on your team. But we do see, with the first handoff, that is Kennet currently in the lead.
64,
Followed by
65,
Kingswood,
66.
Pembroke, Lebanon, and Hollis Brookline.
No.
So we saw
No,
Kingswood
I always
stretching
bring
it
food
out.
with me.
Kingswood
That's
stretching
mine
it out.
too. I brought 3 meals with me.
So good move by her on that back stretch to put the gap on, help her teammates out.
Coming up on the halfway point of this
A lot of
lap.
times, some of these teams too, if they're way out of the team competition and some of their better athletes have competed, they might throw
Seconds, Kenneth.
some inexperienced athletes on the track to let them get some big meet experience running at a state championship.
Oh, absolutely. You know, a lot
Good
of times,
chance to let some of your freshmen on the team compete.
you know, as a coach, if you have someone on the team who's been a really hard worker and you're not necessarily in a position to place in that race or score in the whole meet, then
You can reward them.
absolutely, it makes perfect sense to do so. Do you see that gap widen quite a bit?
There's a big stretch between first and fifth right now. Almost.
I believe Kingswood came across that handoff. Of course, the baton crossed the line at about 2:13. So that would be on a good pace for them. As she comes down the final straightaway to hang off, hand off, excuse me, to the anchor leg. That is Kingswood still in first.
Well, they came in with a 4:32 seed time, so they're looking to improve that right now.
Yeah, and their anchor leg is going out pretty hard. I'll zoom out a little bit, get a closer look at the line. We did see Kingswood obviously in first, Kennett in second, and then it's a closer race for third, fourth, and fifth within this heat. They're a little bit more grouped up than everyone else. Kingswood with 200 to go. We'll see her coming off the corner. Still keeping a good stride. And they are on pace to break the time that they had coming into the meet. As long as she can keep it together.
Yeah, pretty comfortably, too.
Again, Kingswood coming in at 4:32. And they cross the line, finishing this heat in first.
22 at 4:23.
4:23. Next up is Kennett. .433, 6'3". Close race here.
Yeah. This is
Pembroke and Hollis-Brook line.
And Pembroke
just out in ahead.
And Lebanon.
So again, that was your girls' heat 1 of 3 for the 4x400.
Division II record at this event is 4:03.05, set by Merrimack Valley in 2014. Don't expect that to go down today.
No, top seed today is Souhegan at 4:10.
Yep.
So 7 seconds can be pretty significant. In this heat, we do see Hanover, Merrimack Valley, St. Thomas, Windham, Plymouth Regional, and Conval. Windham with the strongest seed time coming in at 4:23. Next up, Plymouth at 4:26. St. Thomas 4:28, Conval 4:28, MV 4:29, and Hanover 4:29. So this should be a pretty competitive heat. 5 of the teams separated by 3 seconds.
A lot closer than the first heat.
So if we look at that back official, we just saw his hand open. What he's doing is he's releasing control to the official on our screen now who started the race, letting him know that the girls are set and ready to go. That would be the back 3 girls. They kind of, back 3 or 4 girls, they divide it in that sense. That way, even if they can't see around the corner, there's 2 officials watching it. And of course, they'll both be watching different girls for false starts. We also see it in the distance events where they watch for things like too much pushing and a little bit of, if someone gets tripped up and falls in the first 100 meters, they usually will call them back, as we saw once today, but not necessarily for that reason. Number of officials all around doing a phenomenal job today. As we do see our
Hanover.
second heat, first handoff, Hanover
St.
in the
Thomas.
lead.
Sixty-five.
67.
So again, on pace for a better time than what they're seated at. Of course, with 4 runners, you don't necessarily know how even of splits they'll be running.
It's Wyndham now taking the lead from Hanover.
Be close for the handoff, though. Again, importance of a good handoff. Hanover with a little bit better of a handoff, and you can see them going out in front. She elects not to cut in right away, not sure what the gap is.
Wyndham takes the lead back from her.
Yeah, you give that gap, and I mean, smart move by Hanover in the sense that she didn't want to get her team DQ'd by tripping someone up, getting in front of them, cutting them off, but she had a little bit more room than what I think she had.
Once you have the stride, you cut in.
Yep. I think she...
And now, see, Wyndham now has the inside, and they can hold off any move that Hanover tries to make.
In 4th place, La Chapelle from Sanborn. In 3rd place, Mom White from Portsmouth.
But they are matching stride for stride, as it looks like Hanover's going to try and make a move off the corner. Picking it up now.
Yep.
And we see her getting out in front. And a nice gradual cut over. And still picking up the pace, increasing the lead. So Hanover passing off for the anchor leg at 3:15.
Yep.
Again, Hanover's coming in at 4:29, 8:3.
Probably see that time bettered.
The only event not in the girls' scores is the 4x400 relay. Portsmouth, 62 and a half. Milford, 62. Sanborn, 57 and 2/3. Oyster River, 45.
So half a point separates Portsmouth and Milford right now. And then behind them, we have Oyster River at 57.
All 3 of those teams are in the same relay
Yep.
in the next section. Do
Yep.
see Hanover finishing this one strong.
Sanborn, sorry, is at 57, not Oyster River.
So again, bettering the seed time, which is a good sign for fast races in Section 3. We'll see how much faster they can get. Hanover 4:18.72, Wyndham 4:21.36, St. Thomas 4:22.02, Merrimack Valley 4:24.65, Conval 4:27.81, and Plymouth Regional 4:32.66. So yeah, a lot of them, absolutely. In our 3rd and final section for the girls, last event for girls on the day, we do have Coe-Brown, Sanborn, Portsmouth, Souhegan, Oyster River, and Milford.
So now you think about if Allard hadn't false started in the 100, her team would be up now 67-62 over Portsmouth.
You imagine she'd get the 10 points, 8 to 10 points for sure.
Yeah. And it would knock Oyster River down because with her not being in there, 2 sprinters both improved their finish.
Yeah. But she's had a phenomenal day even besides that, and she is a freshman.
Won the 400 off after that.
She's a freshman, so don't expect Sanborn to go away anytime soon on the girls' side of things. Because she is a powerhouse.
She did not run in her team's 4x1, so expect her to be in this 4x4.
As they're off.
So all Portsmouth needs to do in this event is to finish ahead of all Portsmouth needs to do is finish ahead of Milford, and they barring some major upset, will hold on to their title from last year. Of course, knowing the way they want to run, they want to win this. They don't want to leave it to chance. Oyster River's running very strong in this opening leg.
Passing off in first.
62.
Again, seeing that opening leg faster in the section before them.
Yep. It's Oyster River in first. So Portsmouth just needs to hold off Milford. Doesn't matter where they finish, just got to beat Milford.
And we do see Milford in third, about 10 meters back.
Sanborn well out of it.
This event, though, one person can make such a difference. You know, you're going to be 50 yards behind.
Yep.
Still come back.
So who does Portsmouth and Milford have left? Oyster River, even with a 10-point victory, is not going to move past any of the top teams.
They'd still like to win it.
They would like to win it, sure. They get the batons, the fancy all-state batons.
Clean handoff.
So Bianca Williams is running third leg for Milford.
So a bunch
She's
of clean
dangerous.
handoffs.
She's very dangerous. Coming off her win in the 200.
Not going out too hard,
No.
being nice, conservative, gets around Souhegan. And kind of.
Portsmouth in a good position right now. They're going to
Oh, yeah, she's going for
challenge
first.
for Oyster River.
She's right around. So Portsmouth now in first. Oyster River in second.
Milford,
Milford
in third.
Third, a good 20 to 30 meters back.
Oyster River coming back.
Have to see if Bianca can kick it in for this.
Oyster River closed down Portsmouth on the turn.
And that gap has shrunk a little
So-
bit from Portsmouth to Milford.
Now the Portsmouth-Milford lead has almost shrunk to nothing.
And
It
this
is going to
oh.
be
And at the handoff,
neck
oh!
and neck. Oh, a
Oh,
little
that
bit of
Milford
a rough
handoff.
handoff for Milford.
They're still right there, though.
Yeah,
Talk about a race right now.
this is all the marbles right here.
Oyster River is in first by about 20 meters or so, but second and third are battling
Yep.
for the team title.
And the finish position will determine who wins the state title.
That gap
Yep.
hasn't changed with 200
Who
meters to
wants
go.
it more?
See if she can pull up tight on this corner and go around, but that gap has remained.
Yeah, she has not gained at all.
Right now it is Portsmouth.
Oh man, you can see the pain in their
It's
faces.
closing ever so slightly, but not quite enough. That is Portsmouth
Portsmouth holding on to second place,
in the heat.
finishing 2 points ahead of Milford, and that will clench the title for Portsmouth.
So Oyster River 409, Portsmouth 409, Milford 410. Incredibly close.
So our congratulations to Portsmouth and Milford, the Division II champions and runners-up.
You gotta love when it comes down to that
Yeah.
4x4, and they're both in it, and it's
And that's
neck
where
and
you
neck.
decide the title, absolutely. Portsmouth repeats as champions in 2018.
Do you see their coach there, Stan Lyford?
As we're getting near the end of the meet, couple things first. I'd like to thank Kenneth
We have an update on the boys' team scores.
Overwhelming the number of people that have to help. We definitely want to thank Kenneth for all the work that they do here.
Oh, that's only after the 200.
We also want to thank Lance for timing. The reason I can read the
Still got discus and
I think discus
triple
is
jump.
done, but yet to be scored.
Boys triple.
Boys
still going
triple
on.
is the same situation.
First tee to the boys.
As we do see the first tee of the boys go off now, we have Sanborn, Pembroke, Lebanon, Plymouth, Milford, and John Stark. These times coming into it range from 3:46 to 3:54, so should see it be relatively close.
The boys triple jump has just started finals.
They might have had a little bit delay over there as well.
Yeah.
Of course,
Are
finals for jumps do tend to go relatively fast.
Curious to see how many Wyndham and Portsmouth had in the triple jump.
Good kick by John Stark, I believe, to get in front of Plymouth.
Well, Wyndham didn't have any triple jumpers. Portsmouth had one. And in the discus, Portsmouth has one. Wyndham
Strong move
has
right there.
none.
Phenomenal looking kick.
And Co-Brown has one triple jumper and one discus thrower.
That is a great move from Plymouth.
Good finish there.
Swinging out very wide, not quite sure. Oh, he
Yeah,
doesn't know where he's going.
Not sure where his teammate was.
Figured it out.
Yep.
153, the long way.
A little bit wide. Yeah, he came off the turn in lane 1 and finished in lane 4, and then had to cut back into lane 1 for his teammate.
Perhaps he's used to a little bit more of a stagger, a three-turn stagger.
He just had so much centripetal force that it just took him right off the turn.
So Plymouth is well out ahead in
Yep.
this, followed by John Stark. And then we do have a pack of 3 there. Pembroke, Lebanon, and Sanborn.
Plymouth in the lead here.
See Plymouth
Going to the last runner is Plymouth.
with the handoff, 2:48 going into the anchor leg.
Stark and Pembroke.
John Stark.
And they
then
did have the
Pembroke.
best seed time coming into this heat.
And that seed time was
3:46, so not surprising they're leading this.
Storm's held off so far, huh? I think.
We had some rain. That was it.
Yeah, I think D3 might have had a short delay. Of course, that happening in Winnisquam.
It was interesting to us watching the pole vault. It didn't seem to affect their jumping all that much.
No, they did relatively well with it, all
the
things considered.
winner having over a foot PR today.
And we see Plymouth finishing up
3:37.
That's Plymouth.
Oh, no, 3:41.
3:41. That other clock stops a little bit early.
Green is, not official there on the corner.
That might have gotten triggered by just official crossing the line, or just because
Sanborn 3:56.16.
didn't quite see what happened. I don't really
Still
want to
a
speculate.
5-second PR for Plymouth.
All coaches, please listen up. All coaches.
3:41 probably will not hold on to a scoring position.
No. So in section 2 of 3 for the boys 4x400, we do see Kingswood, Hollis, Brookline, Kennett, Oyster River, Hanover, and Sauhegan.
I'd like you to take those posters with you, and also make sure you stop up here to get your awards before you leave. Second coming up. Kingswood, Hollis Brookline, Kennett, Oyster River, Hanover, Souhegan.
So what was our team score after the 3200?
So after 15 events, we did see on the boys' side Portsmouth with 77, Wyndham 62.5, Co-Brown 54.5. And then it drops a little bit, Hanover 29, Milford 29. So a close battle there, especially with Trinity in 6 at 28, Oyster River in 6, 28. So large contingency at the later half of the scoring for boys. Still
So from the
looking
2 mile, no real change in the top 3 positions.
see the first leg here. Believe that is
400.
Kennett out in front.
53, 54,
Although,
55.
yep, with a good handoff. Oh, Hanover takes the lead.
Yep. So Wyndham, without any triple jumpers or discus throwers, is only left with their 4x4. So even if they were to score 10 points and win, Portsmouth would still beat them. Co-Brown has 1 triple jumper and 1 discus thrower, so that puts them mathematically still able to take down Portsmouth, along with a 4x4.
Again, we will see Co-Brown,
Trinity.
Wyndham, and Portsmouth in Section 3. Right now, coming into the halfway point, we do have Hanover and Kennett, followed by Souhegan.
800, 148, 149, 150, 151.
Decent lead now from Hanover. Hanover on this final straight. Passing off to the anchor leg. 240, 241, followed by Kennett. Close race between Souhegan and Hollis Brookline, followed by Oyster River.
Looking back historically, there have been very few schools who have been able to win boys and girls titles in the same year. The last time in Division II that it happened was 2010 when Lebanon took both titles.
Lebanon had a good run back in those
They
days.
had 4 consecutive years where they won both boys and girls.
And the last 100 meters, we do see Hanover, followed by Kennett. They talk about those Lebanon teams. Shout out to my college roommate who ran for Lebanon and beat me in the state meet. I'll give him a quick shout out and I'll give him props, Chris Cheever, because he did just get married a couple weekends again.
Oh, good for him.
A couple weekends ago, so this is fun to see.
And the only other teams to win both boys and girls titles in the same year were Hanover in 2002, Timberlane in 1998, and Oyster River in 1980 and 81.
So in that heat, we did see Hanover with a time of 3:33, bettering their seed time by about 10 seconds. And with the conclusion of that heat, we will be moving into our final heat of the day. Again, as far as team score goes, still a little bit uncertain.
Those your teams?
Just waiting for boys triple jump and discus results. So through 15 events, which puts us at the 3,200. It is Portsmouth in first with 77, Wyndham in second, 62.5, Co-Brown third, 54.5.
Those are Larry's teams.
Again,
Those two.
winning time of the last heat was 3:33. Sometimes that will sneak in for a placement, as we do see the last heat of the day
Fast
take
heat.
off.
Final fast heat.
And we see Co-Brown, Merrimack Valley, Conval, Trinity, Wyndham, and Portsmouth in this heat. Times ranging from 3:30 up to 3:40, so 10-second differential, which we've seen before.
Yep.
Trinity with that top time at 3:30.
And we'll remember last year in this race, Trinity clinched their championship last year.
And coming on to that straightaway, we do have Co-Brown
Yep.
and Wyndham.
Wyndham and Co-Brown.
Wyndham looking to hand off first, but going to have to get a good, clean break in, which they do.
Yep.
So Wyndham, Co-Brown.
So Wyndham mathematically cannot beat Portsmouth for the title. We would have to find out what the triple jump and discus results were.
Good move right now from Portsmouth.
It's Ryan Prins.
Saw him with a strong performance earlier, I believe.
Good 400. He kind of fizzled a little bit in the 800, but he's going to wrap things up in the 4x4 and redeem himself. Great second leg here from Ryan Prins. Now taking the lead in the 4x4.
Putting his team in a good spot to hold on to that team title.
Yep. And even if you've got it wrapped up, you still want to finish with a win.
See a little bit of bumping at the line. That starts to get a little bit dangerous. I did see an official talking to one of the athletes, kind of obstructed a little bit of the handoffs.
Yeah.
I don't think we will see a DQ from it, although crazier things have happened. Does look like those officials are talking it over, actually. But in the race right now, these athletes can't do anything about that. We do see Portsmouth in first, getting passed by Wyndham, who now takes first.
Yep. So we've got Spencer Sawyer taking the baton for his team, and that's Stephen Duckett from Trinity, the 400-meter champion. It doesn't look like he's moving that fast, but man, does he pick up speed.
Yeah, you'll notice the first 200, he kind of just floats it, and then he starts really pouring it on.
Right here.
Yeah.
And he's gone. And Sawyer's no slouch. I mean, he can put up a 51.
Yeah, no one else in D2 is going to be able to catch him at this point.
Yeah. That's it right there. Trinity came in with a top seed time, 3:30. Sawyer's going to fight. They'll get second. Portsmouth third. Orion Klahar pushing to the end, but they'll get fourth behind Merrimack Valley.
Good day out of him, huh?
Yeah.
3 first places.
Not bad. Sorry, Co-Brown will get fifth. Merrimack Valley fourth.
So Trinity 332.70, Wyndham 333.59, Portsmouth 336.01, Merrimack Valley 337.98, Co-Brown 338.34, and Conval 339.75.
And that'll do it for the Division II 2018 state meet. From NewHampshireTrackandField.com, powered by Runners Alley. We'll see you next week in Merrimack for the Meet of Champions.